stars take flight. Marc D with the C's got the key to life. Retro toys and comics we adore. TV and movies, let's explore. Sunday Night Geekery, it's the place to be. With Marc D with the C, let your nerd run free. Old school vibes and stories untold. Tune in, tune out, let the magic unfold.
Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Sunday Night Geekery. Oh, my mic is on, which is good too. I see my icon flashing, so I'm flashing everyone, which is good, I think. So
Yes.
hail to Dave C. And sorry
Hola.
for the late start. I was at Grandma's for dinner, so had to get some stuff going. But it's always, you always think you got 5 more minutes, and you don't have 5 more minutes. So I
No.
apologize.
Then you look at the
was
screen
here.
and you're behind by 5 minutes.
Like, come on, time travel. Well, let's say hi to everyone in the chat. So let's say hi to Snorterpoopus Cuber. So hopefully he will not be eating any humans tonight.
No.
And,
Hey, Snort.
Hey, Snorterpoopus, yep. And Claude Salin is in the chat. And the great JT Kirk. Hey, well, let's see if JT Kirk is there. We can play. I think I've got a con. There we go. And Courtney's here. And Courtney, hey Courtney. Much love and happy Sunday. And I think Courtney said she might try to pop in later if she is available, which would be awesome if she can. Let's see who else is hiding in the chat. Not hiding, in the chat.
Lisa.
And Lisa's here. Hey Lisa. She said snort, snort, snort. And hopefully Dad Man's feeling better because he's been under the weather, but maybe he'll stop by. Yeah, so hey, we got Lisa in the house, so we can always put the Supergirl icon in there. So it was great playing Fortnite with her. We had a lot of wins. Yeah, we were doing
She
good.
kicked
Yeah.
she kicked some butt Friday, man.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Yep, it was fun to play. Yep, of course with Dave as well, Mandalorian. So let me get my screen set up here so I can pop out the chat so then I can follow along on the left with StreamYard here. Let's pop out that chat. That's inside baseball YouTube stuff. But yeah, hope everyone's had a great weekend. So it's good to have everyone here to close out their weekend with us tonight. And yeah, we got some cool things on tap, I think, right? Why not? Talk about your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and Captain America and wherever else you guys want. And maybe some food. I got some foodery pictures too because we went out to dinner with for my wife's birthday. She turned 29 again, even though we've been married 30 years. And so we had some good food that night. Yep. So Miss is under the weather too. Oh no, crud. Not good, not good. Yep. No, Dad Man was better, and Mrs. and Ang are still down for the count. Not good. Yep. And I back all. Make sure that Mark says Brave New World for later. LOL. Yep. Oh yeah, you got to run me at half point, or is it full point? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we'll do a Lisa, you want to pop in to talk about full pint and half pint?
Yes. Come on, Lisa.
Yeah, I'll send Lisa the link because maybe it's better if we have a lady talking about half pint and full pint. But let me send Lisa the link. Well, you don't have to pop in, Lisa, but if you feel like it, if you're available. But let's see. Let me find Supergirl in my Twitter chat here. Yep. There we go. Let's see. Let's send her a note here. Yep. There we go. Oh, let me click on her icon here. But yeah, so yeah, we're talking about there's a lot of shows that are being being redone. So it's interesting when you have back when you did Battlestar Galactic over, there was there were controversial stuff about that. But
what happened with BSG?
Well, the reboot or Star Trek TNG, but it was a different kind of different kind of thing. Yep.
If you want to ask me my take, I'll be more than happy.
Oh
but
yeah,
I think
we'll
most of it, but it's all good.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't like the Battlestar Galactica reboot, and of course, well, we always got to remember our friend Clobber Times, because we won't be here if it wasn't for him. And he never watched the Battlestar Galactica reboot. And I remember one night, Cardinal Sin was that was New Year's Eve a couple of years ago.
He was trying to get him to watch it.
He was trying to get him, and like he spent an hour trying to get him, and then I finally came in to like relieve him. And it's just like, the more you ask me to watch it, the less chance I will watch it. Yeah.
And RP did Cardinal Sid as well. And I remember watching that show, and he was pretty damn insistent that Clobby watch it. And he was so gracious, the Cardinal, for not telling him after like it was like an hour.
He's like, I'll send you the DVDs. You gotta watch. You gotta watch it. He's like Stargirl too. I always bugged him about Stargirl. And he's like, if you hadn't bugged me that much, I probably would have watched it. And it's one of those things. I'm like that too. You get stubborn, right? And But those remakes were, there was a swap of Starbuck famously, and then everyone ended up loving her character. Well, eventually she won people over.
And I had to admit, I bought the whole series, wound up giving it to a friend of mine, except the last DVD box or whatever. And I had to admit, I'm an Edward James Olmos fan, because I grew up with Miami Vice, because I lived Northwest 205th Street back in the day, almost in Broward County. And my uncle was a police officer back in the day. He actually made it on the show as a walk-on. He just kind of walks through one of the scenes. The original, the 2-hour pilot. He's actually in there. No amazing stuff, but still pretty darn cool, though, to say. Yeah. And it's still pretty cool. I love Edward James Olmos. He's done a lot of good. I think he was really stoic. But then, it's just people loved the gender swap because she was good at it, but you know what I mean, Mark? It's just kind of that Starbuck, man. And I'm not going to go back on my word and say, don't mess with my Adama and don't mess with my Starbuck. Yeah.
Well, that's what happened. But the show ended up being good enough that it was able to survive that. But we got Maddie's daddy in the house, so you know what that means.
Love that one.
Yeah, so that's one of the that's why we're gonna ask Lisa to pop in, because she's gonna we're joking about half pint and full pint, and when she's here, that'll give me some protection if she comes in. But and hell, the Professor R2 is in the house. Yep. Hey, and Maddie's dad, you have the link, and R2, I don't want to always put you on the spot, but if the professor does want to pop in, let me know. But no obligations there. Is that man here?
He said hello.
I'm trying to catch up in the chat.
Yeah.
So give our best to Mrs. because we hear she's not feeling that great. But if Dad Man's here, you know what that means.
Nice. Never that way.
God damn it, Mark! Jeez.
There, I just lost monetization. Awesome.
Yeah, and Lisa liked the BSG, and I'm not going to say I didn't like it. I bought it. It was great drama, great politics, lots of pew pew. Sidelines. Some of the things they went off on, but hey, that's okay. I mean, that's their story, right? So, but they just keep on with this stuff. What's Little House on the Prairie going to be like? And you're going to talk about the new Amazing Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah. So, well, here, Small Time. Hail the Small Time Republic. He says, I remember Cardinal asking him like 50 times in a row, and Clobby was so diplomatic. Yeah, because he was so damn nice. He's like, I'm too nice of a guy sometimes. And that's what people say about me sometimes, too. But, there was, you want to be nice to friends, too, right?
Cardinal Sin was a good guy. As far as I didn't know him as well as I knew Clobby and you guys, just from following Clobby. I only streamed on him with him like 2 or 3 times, once over on Nick with you. And but Cardinal, I remember he gave away an Eagle Moss Battlestar Galactica ship on his live show once.
Yeah, he did some nice giveaways. Yeah.
He actually
his brother Ari, I won Doctor Who's a Doctor Who console, and actually I just saw the box in the basement. I was going to do an unboxing video with Canadian Spider-Man, and then Mike passed away like a week later. I got to get back to I got to get back to doing that unboxing because I made like the graphic for it, and I saw
Nice.
just like I just was like, oh crap, just Clobby hated change, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brian
So
Hepburn, see here.
hey, Brian Hepburn. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if I missed anyone in the chat, let me know with my bad eyes here. Yep. Hell to Brian Hepburn. Thank you for supporting the channel too. Yep. So yeah, well, I don't know if we'll talk about if Lisa, if you feel like popping in, no pressure, no pressure, but if
Pressure,
you do,
yes.
then we
Under
can talk
pressure.
about the under pressure. Yeah, then we could talk about the amazing new show first, and then we could talk a little bit. I don't know much about Little House of the Prairie. Just read an article, but
I
yeah, I
remember
guess
Michael
these
Landon.
reboots. I mean, yeah, reboot. Yeah, it's not always bad. I mean, it can't, but normally it's hey, Tim is here with the CT in the chat.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah, it's
but
usually it doesn't work out so well, right? Or just tell a new story.
Well,
Like that's why I think people like Battlestar Galactica so much, the new version, because it was radically different in some of the directions that it went.
well, yeah, and over on J-Man, they kind of touched on that because they were talking about Indiana Jones. It was a great show, because I was like, oh my God, so they invited me on. They brought up Night Court. I was like, yeah, they rebooted that one too. Night Court went on for 9 years. The Little House on the Prairie.
It's on now. Right? Is it any good? Does anyone watch the new?
I haven't watched it. I think it came out in last year or 23, 22.
Because
I looked it up.
Post has died, and then who was the main the judge?
Harry.
He passed away years ago too. Yep.
And Bull passed away, I believe. Yeah. I think, but they can't help themselves, right? They got to just reboot. Yeah. And I think they don't understand what the term of endearment means, right? Which was
too,
right. But those shows were so endearing because they had the right casts, they had the right writing, and Little House on the Prairie. It was a family show. I mean, it's just I just I don't know, man. You can give it a shot. You never know, right? It could be good,
right?
Right. Harry Anderson. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for
Harry.
Yeah.
And wasn't that who's the comedian? The comedian who's on the talent show. He's bald now. He did the hand tricks.
Howie Mandel. Yep.
Howie Mandel. It
was funny because like I was been cleaning up my my basement and workspace and offices and trying to organize stuff because things get crazy. And then my son was helping in the basement. He's like, "Dad, you've got way too much stuff." He's like, "Does this ever bother you?" I'm like, "No, but I have it all my toys in bins and which is crazy. Some of the stuff you can't get out." And then I found like some random. You have random little boxes, or I found like my G.I. Joe box. I'm telling them, I'm like, this piece goes to like the Spider-Man that's broken, and like this arm goes here, and this is like, and sometimes I can't remember names. When I saw like the old toys, I'm like, oh, I know exactly. I was telling them where that's Doctor Strange's amulet that goes with the figure that's on the shelf up there. It was pretty funny. Yeah, but he's like, how do you remember that? It's like. Yeah, those kind of things are just ingrained in my mind that I can't forget. If I see like a piece of a toy or something, I'm like, oh, I know exactly where that toy goes, or what that's.
And
Low Spec Linux Gaming.
Give a little shout out to John Irwin, who passed away, the He-Man actor.
Yeah, the voice actor for He-Man.
Yeah, and I've noticed, since the advent of guys like Clancy Brown, Patrick Warburton, who's one of my favorite voice actors, right? And then when Kevin Conroy came around, a lot of us are almost like we like the voice actors better than anything with the shows and the more regular shows that come out with real, showing an actor themselves and real person. We don't even want to see them. A lot of stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
And R2's redoing the Nerve Cave too. Yep. So
nice.
I've reorganized a lot of stuff, but I just my basement is just so overloaded. So I was gonna try to do a member stream today. Maybe I'll do it during the week of like the build workspace and 3D printers and because I've been setting up like Marc D with the C, Studio South. What would you call it? Studio 2. I have a studio, but
Yeah, you need a whole
you know what I'm saying?
another
Like I
studio.
set up, I set up a camera arm off the ceiling over my drafting table so I can do projects there, because I had a really old PC set up there, and that I used to do repair work on, and I'm like, I don't use this old PC anymore. Let me clean this up with the classic old CRT, which I'm keeping the CRT. Yeah, especially for gaming. It's a nice old, was it like a 24-inch CRT, something decent, but it weighs like 60 pounds or 80 pounds. Hey, Sashi's here. Hello to Sashi. Trying to catch up on the chat here. Yep.
Yeah, I'm behind on the chat. Some jokes remain. I missed it.
I added 7 more shelves. Finally, I have a place for my eagle moss. Yeah, yeah. It's when you have all those spaceships, or you hang them from the ceiling. That's the place.
Well,
and Brogo's here.
Yeah,
Awesome.
R2. They remember for enabling real quick for R2 before he leaves, or you remember Master Replicas? I looked into that.
Yeah,
that they have that license, and they're redoing the original Eagle Moss ships for BSG, Stargate, and a couple others, some Star Trek.
Well, they must have
too.
bought the molds then too. I'm assuming they bought the
I think they sold the old stock and then redid,
because that company went out of business. So I think they must have gotten the rights to the molds.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking.
If you're interested, R2, look them up, masterreplicas.com. I think they're over in Europe though, but shipping is shipping. It'll get to you.
Well, the trick is you got to buy more stuff then.
Well, I looked into that last time we talked about that, and it wasn't that bad, Mark. I looked in getting to the Galactica and the Viper, and there was only like $100 some for both. They're really cheap, these things. The models, I only pay like $30 or something for shipping for both of them. I didn't get them yet. I'm still looking at, because I'm trying to see what I get with this Speed Racer stuff.
Yeah, the friend who I was enabling him with the some of the Thunderbird ships that they have for sale, and he's like, and I got free. I'm like, well, Harold, why didn't you tell me you were ordering? Because then he maybe would have enabled me. He bought the Thunderbird 2, which is his favorite, or was it? Oh yeah, the 2. Yeah, Thunderbird 2 with the Thunderbird. Is it 4 in it? Yeah, the little mini Thunderbird 4. Yep. So
Brogu.
So he was. Hey, Brogu, yep.
Yeah, so I like the Mysterons too, Captain Scarlet.
Yep.
And one of your favorite people from UFO is the Captain Blue, I think, in that show, right? Who's the head guy from Captain UFO? The blonde guy, the head dude.
Oh, that's Raquel's favorite guy. Yeah,
Raquel's favorite guy. What's his? No, not the one she hates. The blonde, the leader guy. He's a the commander. Yeah, the commander. Yeah, he did one of the voices in the Captain Scarlet series. I think it might be.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah, they probably used a lot of the same same Bishop. So Ed Bishop was Ed Straker. Yep.
Yeah, and I think he did one of the voices.
Foster was the character that.
Oh, she's
Raquel. I'm like, you're the president of the Foster fan club.
Oh, she gets so mad. She really despises that character.
Well, that's. Oh, do I have the slap here? Where's the?
Yeah, you got it. Oh, hey, Brogu.
What I gotta find the slap if I have it on this one, or I have it on the Foster slap. It might be under my gaming, my Fortnite section. We're not doing Fortnite now, but let's see if I got I think I had the Foster slap there. Because and the way StreamYards work for this is more inside baseball, you can have 10 themes or whatever. So I have like a Fortnite theme, but I thought Foster was in this one. Maybe it's under my UFO.
You've got the slap in there somewhere.
Oh, I have it. I'm just trying to find out where it. I have like 1,000 video clips, so that's where you could use AI. Like organize my video clips for me. I know I played the Foster slap not that long ago.
You played it last week, I think.
Yeah, there's an old watch party. Let's see. These are all the UFO clips. Yeah. Oh God, Mark, come on! When you're trying to find a clip and you can't find it, that's the worst.
Did R2 say he actually got that Tomy Enterprise that you showed? That big, massive one? Is that the one he's talking about?
Yeah, it's been the refit. Yep.
Oh, jeez! Wow. Dude,
Yeah, when I'm
that's
looking for the clip,
massive.
I can't see the chat. Yeah, now hopefully they're going to get rid of the front supports on that one. And I may or may not have bought that chip, but I don't want to be recorded saying that because if no one in my family is listening, well, how am I going to hide that?
You're not gonna,
anywhere?
dude. You need another.
You
You need another
can't
studio for that,
hide it.
dude.
You can't hide it anyway. So it's too damn big. So, but
It's
yeah, I'm looking
25
forward to
pounds,
it.
right? R2, Mark, 20,
Well,
25 pounds.
it's metal. It's die-cast metal. So
Yeah,
it's,
it's badass. If you want to get a
it's
ship
gonna
and you
be.
got the money, do it.
Well, I didn't have the money, but I put it on the credit card. Yeah.
Oops, oh, you let it spill now then.
Yeah. So I guess they're working on the paint. They just had an update. Yep. Yeah, it is one of the great. I mean, as much as I love the original ship, it's it's better than the original ship. I hate don't tell them when I said that, but yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, I was eyeballing the X-wing and the TIE fighter combo from one of those guys, master replica type stuff. I think they're called X something.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the studio that built them, but they're very, very intricate. I can't get it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But man, they're massive, like 3 feet length. It's the trench run because you put them back to back, right? And I was thinking maybe I'll buy them both, then sell the TIE fighter so I can help pay for the
Well, some Hallmark ornaments I didn't get this year, like some of the ghost. There's a really cool Ghostbusters ornament. There's a Batman one where the dynamic duo was climbing up the tree. So I'll eventually have to get those. Yep. And Bandai had a good run with Star Wars license. Yeah, I bought some of those models. I haven't built the kits, but they were beautiful kits. They're sitting with my other stack of models, but really well detailed. I do have some 3D printing stuff to show tonight that came out pretty cool.
That bid on the
purple hair and silver mini skirts. Yep, UFO. Yep, Gabrielle Drake. Yeah, wowzers. Yep. Well, here, let's heat up the show now. Let's see if we show some pictures of some UFO girls. Yep.
Oh, they were out of this planet, man. Whew.
And of course, the girls had Ed Straker and Bishop, Straker and Foster. I think Foster actually tried out to be Michael Billington. Actually auditioned to be James Bond, and he was famously killed in a later Bond movie as a villain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was in one of the Bond movies. Yep.
Can't remember.
Yep. So
I can't. I got to try to get my Godzilla ones straight, even for me.
Yeah. So, well, there's no mini skirts on this one, but purple hair. Yep. Gabrielle Drake. Yep. And thank you to Raquel and Mike for telling me about the show. I'd heard of this show, but never, probably watched it a little bit, when it was back on. But then we did all the reviews for this on the Clubhouse. It was a lot of fun. There we go. There's a mini skirt. Now my ratings just went way up. Wait, we got 1,000 people in the. Just kidding.
Wow, you just got 1,000 more subs.
Yeah. Oh, guess who's here? Now we're gonna get a lot of people here.
Is that Lisa?
That's Lisa. Yep. Oh, Lisa,
boy.
you need to. I don't know if you're listening, but you need to connect a microphone. So, or you can come in on your phone, Lisa, if you can. You can just do that. Yep. Oh, UFO. Yep.
Yeah, this book. You got the hard one.
Is that the hardcover? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hardcover. I got this because you and Claudia and Raquel talked about it.
That's tough to find. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. I actually got this shipped over from England.
Oh wait, I think Lisa's here. Let's see. See, she's here. Yep.
I'm just showing off.
Let's see if we can hear Lisa.
Hello.
Oh, it's Lisa. It worked.
Yay.
First time on Sunday Night Geekery. Wow.
Yay.
This is
Nice.
awesome. Yep.
I forget my picture uploaded though.
You if you click the edit on the 3 dots and do edit, let's see, edit name. No, not edit name. It's edit audio avatar. And then you can upload a photo from there.
Okay.
Just so you're not naked there on the screen, yeah.
I was thinking, what do they call this? where it's just the
The
blanket.
nipple.
Sn-
Everyone just-
snorted
I
lupus,
was
yeah,
I
the
would
nipple.
thought that's what it was, but I PG-13.
yeah. Well, it's supposed to be a person in there, but yeah, at least it's a nipple. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, yeah. I do have your that avatar that I did too. I can brokers. Does someone say nipple? No, we said ripple. Up Ripple Creek. Yep. Well,
Sorry, you got me singing that song now. That got it.
yeah.
But with up on Nipple Creek, you drill me.
I think I can get that done. Let's see.
Let's see if we can. I'm sure Lisa can. She's an expert Fortnite player, so
Yeah,
shouldn't have a problem.
Sure.
Shouldn't have
I think
a
she's
problem.
been leading us on. She let slip how good she was this week.
Yeah, she's
thought
been
I did it,
practicing.
right?
Yep. It might take a second to refresh, but let's see.
Yay!
You got it. Let's see here.
I did it.
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. Now you look a lot better. No offense.
Yeah. Now I have 2 nipples.
Well,
I'm sorry, PG-13.
I mean, I could put some
no,
Power
we can be a
Girl
little
up.
PG. We can be PG-13
Yeah,
plus.
we can do some Power Girl. Talk
Yeah.
about that.
I technically qualify for Power Girl more than I do for Supergirl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're a fan. Low Spec Linux is a fan. That's for sure.
Yay.
What's not to be a fan of Supergirl, right? Or Power Girl. Yep.
So
that's one of
you
the
wanted
things
me to
that's-
come on to cover you for what topic?
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little house, right? And then we're gonna show pictures of half pint. We had a joke going on during Fortnite. It was half pint and full pint. So
Yes, we did.
so we'll show this variety article. And again, thank you to Lisa for showing up here. And Low Spec is doing. Low Spec has got some old school prawn up on the screen. This is what we had to do back in the day. I still have one of the guys are just so bad. We're just horrible. But we had
that's what attracted you to
we got a Midnight's Edge raid show.
Right?
Yeah, so Midnight's Edge raid. Thank you, Tom.
We're getting a raid.
Nick
Nice.
Weiser sending everyone over. Awesome. So we're gonna talk a half pint and full pint. But welcome to everyone, and if you can smash that like button, that would be awesome. But yeah, Klingons love the boob window. But as I was saying, we had old school dot matrix printers. Hey, 70s, and the Rangers won tonight, and they got JT Miller, and maybe they'll actually make the playoffs. We'll see. Yep, hail to Jonathan Conroy. Yep. But yeah, so it's well, I lost my train of thought now. What was I rambling about? Oh, that's what I was. Oh, yeah. The I'm getting dumped from chat to chat like some kind of G4. Well, I hope you stay around. We won't treat you like that, Delo. Yeah, we'll respect you here.
I think we're gonna like you.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, we had the dot matrix printer. So someone had made like a quote unquote X-rated 3D print 3D printer printout using the dot matrix printer, and it was it was hysterical, because you had to stand away from a distance, and if you did, then it was then it looked could look X-rated. It's like, so I still have one of those printout. It was like a big deal back then when you actually
used up a lot of printer ink.
Yeah, well, no, it was a ribbon actually back then. The dot matrix was a ribbon. Yep. So it's great having everyone here. Thank you, everyone. So yeah, so let's. So I have got Lisa for the first time here because I figured we'd have a woman. It would be much better if a woman talks about this. So we're playing Fortnite, and we made a joke about full pint and half pint. So
well,
you had mentioned,
and it was
Lisa,
regarding she recently had her augmentations removed, right?
Correct. Yep, she did.
And I had no
She had
idea
problems,
she had augmentations.
Yeah, so you had never known. Yeah, you didn't know that about Melissa Gilbert.
You wouldn't have
So
known.
I was like, oh, half pint became a full pint.
Oh yeah, there you go, Mark. Go up a little. Go up just a little. Down there, that second one. Oh, I'm sorry, down from me. Sorry, I was
Well, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she had quite the figure, and she's in actually one of my favorite episodes of the new Outer Limits, which deals with the end of the world. So that hey, RJ Godzilla's here. The chat is rolling here with all these people here.
Hey. Oh, Godzilla's here.
Godzilla's here. Although Godzilla channel has gone off of Pluto TV. Yep.
Yeah, RJ Grogu broke the news.
and Sashi says at the moment we started talking about boobs, we got rated. Coincidence, yeah.
See, I told you, you got 1,000 more subscribers.
Yeah, there we go. Right, yeah. Well, yeah, because this came up because Megan Kelly was talking about the Little House on the Prairie reboot. So
yeah, she had some choice words, right?
Choice words, yep. And talking about, was it woke or was always woke but I mean, back then it was just it was a family show, right? It was,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
they did.
Michael Landon.
They did have,
driven.
Yeah, and they
moral.
Yeah, and they did have it was like this back when we were kids, it was like, and now for a very special episode of Little House on the Prairie, when they dealt with like something that was not necessarily controversial, but more serious. Yep. But yeah, this episode was called Relativity Theory in the Twilight Zone. Not Twilight Zone, excuse me, New Outer Limits. And oh wow, it was that was a fantastic episode where just deals with some astronauts, exploring the galaxy, and it turns out, who they mess with were a little bit more powerful. They basically, have scouts on a planet, and they're trying to mine the planet or use the planet for the resources, and it turns out they attack some quote unquote scouts on the planet. And then the parents show up and they find out where Earth is, and then they destroy the Earth. It was just wild. Yep. And hail to Phoenix Night. So yeah, and Wes Gagel is here. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Wes.
So what yeah? So you'd never. I guess Lisa, you hadn't paid attention to Melissa Gilbert, and the other thing that we were joking about on Fortnite was Christmas. Denise Richards, Dr. Christmas Jones. Unfortunately, she was on one of those reality shows where you're trying to be, special forces show. I was just reading about it. Unfortunately, she ruptured both of her breast implants too. So ouch. So that's gotta hurt.
We were talking boobs on Fortnite.
We were talking boobs on Fortnite. So
you crushed me because I didn't know the news about the reboot of Little House on the Prairie. I mean, they really have to go after everything that we loved as a kid growing up.
Yes.
And I was shocked to hear that Half Pint actually went full pint. So that was news to me. But now she's back to Half Pint.
No, she's back to Half Pint. God bless her. Yeah.
She emptied her jugs or something, or I don't know. So now she's Flat Pint. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's tough, right? When you go from Power Girl to, but yeah, I just loved it when you said that she went Half Pint to full pint. So I guess the story here is from Variety. Original Little House on the Prairie star Melissa Gilbert fired back at Megan Kelly over a comment the Fox News host made about Netflix's upcoming adaptation of the book series by Laura Ingalls Wilder. Now, there was a lot of controversy with the author and some of the content in those books, and actually changed the name of an award show because of or one of the awards because of the quote unquote controversy about what she'd written in the books and some of the treatment for the Native Americans of the book. So, and she said, Netflix, if you wokeify Little House on the Prairie, I'll make it my singular mission to absolutely ruin your project. Megan Kelly posted on X while sharing the news of the reboot. Gilbert responded on Threads and encouraged Kelly to watch any episode on any streaming platform anywhere in the world. Apparently, Megan tweeted out, I'm not on that platform, asking, X, that Netflix not wokeify their Little House remake. Gilbert added in a longer statement, watch the original again. TV doesn't get much more woke than we did. We tackled racism, addiction, nativism, anti-Semitism, misogyny, rape, spousal abuse, and every other woke topic you can think of. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that didn't go over too well for her.
Well, I mean, I guess
from the
it's
people
the way...
who remember the show, they're interjecting it. Back then, that show was written to address those issues, but not as an agenda. It was meant to actually address them to help people with those kind of issues, right?
Well, it's also how they cover the topics, like the whole debate about Star Trek had a lot of social commentary, and I guess it's just how heavy-handed it is, or how relatable it is. Like the Horta, Devil in the Dark, you could relate that to multiple different issues. Acceptance, tolerance, not communicating. There's just a lot of ways you can interpret that. You can interpret that as accepting different races or different species, but then you can translate that into something else, but you can have your own interpretation of that. As Bill is saying here, I'm shocked that novels written about the frontier weren't written for modern audiences.
It was very subtle back in the day. As a kid watching it, you didn't really realize what the message was, other than to be kind to other people. That's the whole basis of the program, was always be kind to other people, no matter what situation they were presenting that week. But everybody hated Nellie Olson no matter what the heck she did.
Right.
So
she got a lot of hate mail. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't, like, you can't say that, stories didn't, quote unquote, like woke, the word woke has been kind of twisted in multiple different ways. But I think, the way I would define it, it was just caring more about highlighting the way someone looks or an issue, which we'll get into with Amazing Spider-Man. Of course, we don't do politics here, but we can't avoid it sometimes, or these kind of issues. But
I mean, they do it to themselves.
But so you've got all these issues, but it's okay to cover them. But they're more worried about scoring points, social points, and exactly, Griffin here. Yeah, there's a significant difference between series addressing topics and being woke, i.e., our beliefs are right and you are evil. Yeah, you want to have all points of view, be able to interpret different points of view from a story, and that's what's like the original science fiction novel Frankenstein's monster. Just the the debate about God, creation. The monster himself is not evil per se. But you can just interpret it so many different ways. Yeah.
Well, that's like saying. I'm sorry. That's like the Doctor Who with Joe. Was it Joe that would bring up feminism? Trying to bring in that women could. You remember those arguments with Tom Baker and stuff in Doctor Who? They brought that up, but it wasn't interjected the way they do it now. Like everybody in the chat is saying. I can't even say it better than most people are saying in the chat now.
Oh, thank you.
It's not an agenda. Back then, so you could argue that it was like an agenda then, but it wasn't. The way they do it now, they're just so nasty about it too. If anybody says anything, right? They're just so mean. They're so mean to people.
There's a parasitic nature in creating, and what they do is they are vultures upon our beloved creators. I read all of Laura Ingalls Wilder, and the TV show expanded upon her books. But if they are planning on Netflix to go, what I was saying, where they cannibalize and parasite and use modern day wants and wishes to twist and contort what the creator originally created, that's what we're all here complaining about. Just, create your own new stuff and leave our precious history alone. That's all I have to say about that.
Yep. And we've got someone here with a new avatar, but that's still Brian though.
That's my hello everybody. That's my one of my fun AI avatars I've been playing about with.
Cool. You look a lot younger.
What's
you
up,
have more.
man?
Hello.
Long time no see.
Hello. No, I'll go back to the
Hello.
avatar because I'm
Hello.
shiny and ugly.
I
to
wasn't
see you again.
prepared. Yeah, I was like, we've got the same problem there, man. I'm like,
Yeah, I wasn't prepared to be on camera. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
me
I didn't do my
I
makeup
like
tonight
it.
either.
Yeah. But yeah, I played about some AI avatars. I said, show me a Korean guy who likes hockey and guitar. And that's what I got.
That's what you got. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
And
nobody
Snort
knows it's
is-
me.
we know it's you. Yep. And Snorty, yeah, here's Devil in the Dark was more subtle. Let that be your last battlefield was more in your face, but not the first time you watch it though. That's what's the brilliance of that episode. I think rewatching it, you know it, but you don't if you're not thinking about it, and you realize like who cares that the left or the right side of your face is black or white, and then maybe I didn't catch that as a kid watching that, and you're like, oh. Wow, how ridiculous is it? And that was the whole point of the episode was how horrible and ridiculous racism is. So, but that's not something that, it's in your face in some ways, but it's got a great message behind it. And some of these shows are just bopping you over the head, and it's like, do you care about the story? You got to tell a good story. That's the most important thing. Yep. And Godzilla says, Melissa Gilbert was the first Barbara Gordon Batgirl on Batman the Animated Series. When it was on Fox Kids. Before Tara Strong took over the role in season 4. But Gilbert was better. Yeah, she's a good performer. Yeah.
nice.
Yep. Yeah, Frankenstein was the monster, not the monster. That's the whole point of a great way to say it there. Yep. The Frankenstein novel. Yep. And Brian, did you see the Rangers won tonight?
I've never heard of them.
You never heard of them?
Is this Texas Rangers? What are we talking about here?
Texas Rangers, yeah.
Oh,
Whatever
I don't know about that, but the Dallas Stars won tonight.
Oh, congrats! Yeah, there we go. There
5
you
in
go.
a row.
Nice.
Third
yeah.
in the NHL in points.
They're doing pretty good.
So
yeah,
there is a
look
team.
what happened to the Rangers last year with number 1 in the
There's a
NHL,
team called the New York Rangers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but not from Texas.
That's right.
Who
Named after
knew?
Texas Rangers. Yeah,
Who knew?
the
Jeez,
coach. Yeah,
Never heard of that.
yeah.
Good for
the
them.
Tom.
I mean, did JT Miller score again? I don't know.
He did have 2 points tonight. Yep.
Right,
I don't think he scored a goal, but he had 2 points. He's playing pretty well. Yeah.
It's funny when his first game back, he scored, and of course he scored in his debut for them first time he was with them, and I thought, wow, that must be some kind of record. Turns out there's 7 guys on the Rangers history alone have done that.
Oh yeah.
So like, I thought,
Yeah.
come on, scored on your debut, and then second time when you came back, yeah.
Second time. Yeah. Not bad.
I
Yep,
hope
yep.
Brian stocked up on some Kentucky bourbon before.
I've got a house full of.
Ooh,
booze,
which
so I'm okay.
one? Which one? Knob Creek, Buffalo Trace.
I've got some Knob Creek, Buffalo
Ooh,
Trace. I'd have to go look over. Well, my Saturday night bourbon and boarding show, Bram and I talk hockey and drink
Yes.
bourbon and whiskey. So
Awesome.
So I do have a bunch of them back there.
Yep.
Michters I had last night. Michters.
Yeah, Knob Creek's good stuff. You got to be careful. That's a good little. Give you a little pop.
Slipping down a little bit too nicely last night.
Yeah.
But yes, I think.
Oh, they're remaking.
I think
They're
we'll be
remaking
okay.
Chronicles of Narnia. Oh no! Oh god!
They're just trying to
No,
ruin everything.
really?
Just
What?
leave things alone.
Yes, exactly my point. Leave it alone.
Leave it. Yeah, there seems to be no originality left.
Yeah.
Like
They're
come up with a new
parasites. Like
thing.
I said, they're just or vampires. You know,
Well,
they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
sucking the life out of this stuff.
Did you know they even did a remake of Night Court like a year or two ago?
Oh,
about
that was
that, yeah.
so good back in the day. And they
Yeah,
redid
9
that?
years. It went for 9 seasons, and they made a remake
know.
of it. Yeah.
I mean,
Some people said that was pretty good, though. Some people were saying the new Night Court. I haven't watched it, but
could have been funny, but
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know if I want to rehash something I watched. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
yeah.
It just seems like they've got no other than say, oh, let's take that established IP and then we'll write something that's nothing like it and call it the same name. They've got no where are the writers with the original ideas? Are they being kept out of the business?
They've run out of ideas, everyone.
Well,
You know,
They might
for
have
the most
run
part.
out.
Oh, hail to Davina, and she's got a great point here. That was, I think that's the Omega Glory is probably one of the most heavy-handed episodes in TOS. Yeah, with the Yangs and the comms. Yeah, that wasn't.
You're going to
so
get
subtle.
that though. I mean, in long-running episodic shows like that, you're going to get some that are better and some that are worse. You know.
Yep.
It's not all, and of course, there's multiple writers, so that may.
Well, what was heavy-handed was Neelix and what's her face, Cass. All those episodes were way too much for everybody. So
you remember those?
Actually, for real, no. Voyager just wrecked it.
RJ Godzilla, got to support my Rangers. Way to go, Rangers for the win. Yep.
Rangers for the second round of the playoffs. Well, it'll never happen.
Never happened. Ouch. You're kicked now. Yeah.
Hell, you even let the Toronto Maple Leafs get past the first round last time. Come on, that's got to embarrass the Rangers. That just, you can't. You do better, Rangers.
Do better, Rangers. Yeah, we'll get to that next. Yeah. Dalu says Chuck Norris can't play sports. He'd win everything. Yeah. Night Court was a sequel, though. This is RJ Godzilla. Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. I mean, if they tried to play it off like that, I could see that, right? So I'm glad he said that.
Or a continuation of, then
Yeah.
That's okay.
That makes better
and
sense.
Hail to Hemorrhoid Hurts. Thank you for joining us. And I'm not going to argue with that name, but hello, friends, chat.
I've seen Hemorrhoid Hurts before.
My suggestion is Preparation H. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoid Hurts.
Chuck Norris could play for the Chiefs, yeah. But the Hanson brothers,
the way that the refs are going, they don't need him.
Yeah, right. Oh, and R2 here says, new Night Court wasn't just bad, just middling. Yet few bright spots. Okay.
So can we think of any revivals, reboots, or remakes like this that have gone where the reboot is going to be as good as the original? I'm struggling.
TV?
Yes.
Well, Battlestar Galactica is probably one of the more controversial ones, but some people do like that. I love both series, but some people do like.
Well, I'd give you that
version.
one because I love the new version. Other than I
me
didn't like
too.
the end, but that was just me. I didn't like the ending.
The ending that was due to the writers' strike.
Yeah,
they were delayed, and then it got all smushed up and spit out for that last season. It was not well
is
done.
a good example of one that did work. Are there any others?
You guys know they were trying to do it again last year, right?
Yeah.
And
I heard rumors. Yeah,
I'm so glad they canceled
it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of any other examples.
Yeah,
that were better.
That were as good as the thing that they are rebooting
or improved upon.
You
know, because I think the BSG reboot really added a lot of layers that the original didn't get.
It did. The original was very much mainstream television of its time, with the limitations that that had.
Right. Agreed.
The new one was a pretty. It was great. I loved it. Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, this is unpopular take. Price is Right is better with Drew Carey than Bob Barker.
Oh boy,
Bob Barker will punch your lights out for that one.
Oh, you know what?
If you're still around.
The Price is Right.
So Lasher says,
work. You don't have time. Go to work. You don't have time to watch that.
Anyone who wears that jersey deserves that treatment.
I didn't even say it the right way. I was thinking Bob's.
Spay and neuter your pets. Way to go, Bob.
That's right.
And Lasher would say Young Justice season 1 and 2 are as good as Teen Titans.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's an example. I can't think of any others. I'm actually sitting here trying to think of shows where 20 years later or whatever they rebooted it. I went, wow, that was great. Like they did, for instance, The Saint. They did a reboot of The Saint at one point. This is long before
wasn't as good,
and it wasn't as good. So what else? There's others. There's got to be others.
Well, I mean, Battlestar Galactica 1980 was a disaster. That's not a, I guess, continuation.
I didn't even count that.
You know,
comics
I'm
were
trying to
terrible
think of-
too. I could attest.
Yeah. Well, famously, Magnificent Seven is, the remake of the Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. We
trying
are
to think
talking
of-
about Western. I am talking about Western stuff.
Yeah.
So if you go to Japan and Korea and East, you will find probably some pretty good reboots. But
And of course,
just-
we've redone a lot of BBC shows, like Sanford and Son is a BBC show.
yeah, but
All the
that's
Families
taking
are
it.
being-
That's
Yeah.
taking them and putting them in an American context. So it's not
Right.
really even a reboot, is it? I mean, it's
It's almost like an homage.
yeah. If you took Sanford
Yeah.
and Son, which obviously, as you say, was Steptoe and Son, was the original British show. But if you made a reboot of Sanford and Son now, that would be a reboot.
Right?
Yeah, there have been a lot of British ones that have been remade over the years. So it's an
Of course, like
interesting
the thing,
subject. I'll
the
think
thing
about it.
I'm looking at on the interwebs, like the thing, True Grit. I don't know. I love
Well,
the
you're thinking
original
movies. Yeah.
movies. Yeah, movies there. But let's see. I'm cheating. I'm using a goggle, but yeah, there really aren't that many that are.
Not that many that work.
Not the many. Some people would like Magnum PI. The reboot is not better than the
Mhm, yep.
original.
Well, they did Hawaii 5-0,
Hawaii
but how long
Five-O,
ago was that? Like
yeah.
10 years already? 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 years ago already?
I
How
never
long
watched
ago?
it. Was Hawaii 5-0 any good?
The original was. I
Original
Well,
was
yeah,
great.
the original.
and
but I
then
never
I think I
remember.
watched a few of them when they came out. I kind of remember it was funny, but I did.
Well,
it
I
didn't
watched
keep
them
me
at the
watching.
time. I'm old enough to have watched them
Yeah.
first time round.
Yeah,
me too.
I was younger, but I
Yeah.
remember some of them. Yeah, but you know,
Some. I mean, it was an okay show, but it didn't have the
that had Bruce
greatness of
Campbell,
the
right?
original.
Was it Bruce Campbell? He did a reboot, didn't he?
He-
Which one was that? Maybe
What?
the chat can help me out.
Bruce Campbell?
I didn't
Did
look
he-
it up. Who was in that? He was in one of those reboots.
I'm thinking. I can think of ones that were. I mean, Magnum PI wasn't that great. The Odd Couple.
Did-
They tried to reboot The
Oh, I
Odd
like
Couple.
Tom
I think
Selleck,
that's a
very
waste of
free.
time.
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels. I mean, you have all the right possibilities, and those three girls ruined it.
Oh, the
Drew Barrymore.
latest, the new reboot, right? That's been rebooted multiple
Oh.
times. So you had the movie with Bill
Barrymore.
Murray and Lisa Lou's living in my old house right now. So
Oh,
Yeah,
I hope you kept a key.
she
Yeah,
came
I
to
didn't-
your. She
Go
came
visit her.
trick or treating at your house. didn't she?
yeah, she came trick or treating. So yeah, so I could pretend to be Bosley. Yeah, but and that reboot was pretty good. That was for a movie that was fun. It wasn't great, but it was pretty fun. If she's listening, I don't think she is. But yeah, so that was pretty fun. But it's some of these one that like Doctor Who, what they've done with Doctor Who has been a
There's
tragedy.
no such show anymore.
Tragedy.
It doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
Yep.
Oh, and the Thomas Crown Affair remake, 19. Yeah, that is
That
a
was
great
a
remake.
pretty
That
good
was-
one.
I
Yeah, good one.
agree wholeheartedly. I rewatched that a few times.
That was good.
I think generally speaking, movie reboots, certainly of the past, maybe not quite in this very current era, there's been a few good ones. Movies have got a better chance, I think. The TV ones, I think, never seem to work. for
Yeah,
whatever
the
reason.
TV ones. Yeah, I can't think. If anyone in the chat, we got a lot of great minds out there in the chat. Can think of one, let us know. And no,
I
Ben
definitely
Dowdy-
can't. I don't
Cobra
watch any of
Kai.
those shows.
Cobra Kai
Anything-
did total justice as a reboot or a continuation.
It's
It's
a
a continuation,
you know.
yeah.
And
can't think of
we
any.
got a new sub here. So when someone
Nice.
subs, got to play something good here. So let's,
I like you a lot.
Hey, did anybody watch the Lost in Space, the new one?
I did.
I watched it up to a point, and then I kind of got bored.
I'm with you there too.
Yeah, it
I
was like
think between season
And
2 and 3.
Netflix one. You're talking the
Yeah.
not the movie. Yep.
the TV Netflix one. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it was too many crises of the week.
Yes, it was.
It was like, oh, here we
It was
are, crisis of
exhausting.
the week, crisis of the week. Yeah.
Well, the problem was they didn't do enough exploring like Lost in Space, the original
Yes.
series did, where they were stuck on that. I thought it was really cool the way they had to make a sail and like use a sail like to get the spaceship out of there, but then it just fell flat. And they had these shows are just too long. It's like, give us two. We watched Terminator 2 on Retro Nerd Girls channel with the Lorena Creole. I was on Saturday, which was a lot of fun. And that movie, there's nothing wasted in that movie. All the scenes give you background, character building, and in 2 hours and 16 minutes, give or take a few seconds, those characters, you love those characters, or hate them, the T2000, so these shows have 8 hours to play with, and sometimes it's too long, because the problem is they're not doing the classic anthology series where you had short stories and all these great sci-fi writers or short story writers, and you had Emergency, watch an episode of Emergency, the characters, but you can get into it and watch it, or Quincy or MASH or All in the Family. It helps to have watched other episodes to know how the characters would react, but you can just you get in and you watch that show and you enjoy it. Now they've got to tell one story over 8 hours, and it gets boring after a while.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, padding. I hate padding in things. Just give me the story. Yeah.
Is the other, because I've been binging, like I told Mark the other night, House of Cards, and around season 4, it's just repetitive, and it becomes annoying and grating.
I agree. I've seen this before. You're watching and think, we've had this story before. The storyline,
right? And
like,
within the same series.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hail
to Donnie, who's joined us. Hail, Donnie. And I apologize if I'm missing everyone in the chat, because we got a rocking chat today with all these people here, which is awesome. So thank you again for joining us on Sunday Night Geekery. And Maddie's daddy, who was down from Louisiana way, to quote a song. Doctor Who is Americans are Doctor Who because Louisiana Public Broadcasting were the first network to successfully air the series. Oh yeah, that's how I watch it on PBS Channel 13 up in the New York City area up here. Yep. So yeah, Doctor Who. God, that was wild when you first, friend, you got to watch this show. It's called Doctor Who. And the guy's got this long scarf, and special effects aren't the best, but it's a really cool show. Yeah.
I grew up on that. That was one of the earliest things I remember was watching Doctor Who in the 1960s. Yeah. I'm that old.
That old, yeah.
I'm old enough to remember when MASH was a movie, not a TV show.
I am too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That kind of thing.
You're not going to corner the old market here. Ryan.
No, not too much.
No, I wouldn't say you're old. I'd say you're mature.
Yes, we both are.
Yes.
Like a fine wine, Lisa. Like a fine wine.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Mark and I are the same age, so we
yeah,
got that covered.
Well, you guys, these are just the ones we know about. I bring it up every now and then. If you look at my avatar out there, they tried to remake Big Trouble back around 2018. You remember, Mark? Remember me telling about this?
Yeah.
With The Rock as the main guy. Yeah.
Lash has got an interesting point here. Argue Cobra Kai is a reboot. It's 2 decades later. Oh, Steve is here. Awesome. We got Maddie's daddy now. So
Hello.
And he wants to say hi to Lisa. So, but Maddie's daddy's here, so we've got to play because he's the mighty Thor. So that means we have to play. Hey, Steve.
Greetings.
Hello.
When you started talking about Doctor Who, I was cleaning the garage. Well, it's like talking about animation. You say certain things, and Steve's going to pop up whether they want him to or not. I found out that I kind of have a distinct honor in that the public broadcasting network in Louisiana for which I worked, the executive producer of 50 years just retired. And he said in his sort of retirement address that he was requested to go around to other public broadcasting networks across the country because nobody else could make Red Dwarf or Doctor Who or any of those things work.
So what was the secret?
I think it was because other networks were very serious about it. And they would get somebody with a British accent and all that kind of stuff. They went just hog wild at Louisiana Public Broadcasting. They sort of did a show that was like those creature feature type things of the 60s, where you would have the host in between the movie segments, and he'd be dressed as like Elvira or somebody.
Okay. Yep.
Broker's
and
leaving.
they had a
Brogu's heading out. I'm good night, Brogu. Thank you for being here. Yep. And thank you for all your good comments tonight. Much appreciated. Yep. I'm clipping something right now. That's why I'm missing the chat. Sorry. Yep.
And I am looking for something that I had just put. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to turn on my camera for a minute. So
Okay.
I worked. So I had nothing to do with that. I just worked at the network, but I kind of have a rare honor, because not only did I work at the network that first made it popular, and like I said, Clay Fourier, the executive producer, went around the country explaining to other networks how to do it. Don't be so serious. Just having somebody in studio with a British accent doesn't do it. And then the other honor that I had, and Mark has heard me talk about this before, is that one of my teachers was the late great Ron Thornton, who is one of the pioneers of visual effects. And if you go back and look at the original Captain Scarlet, the original
Yes.
a lot of these series, Ron was the visual effects supervisor.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool, man. I love the old Captain Scarlet, dude. And the Mysterons. So good.
I'm gonna turn my camera back off here because I look the way I do.
It's my childhood stuff too. Grew up watching that.
Yep.
Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet.
Doctor Who,
Loved all that stuff. I was so lucky to grow up in that era. Trouble is, you watched it and you didn't see it again because you couldn't record it or rent it or stream it. Or that's it. It was gone.
You had to wait until it came back again.
Yeah.
But Ron was a friend of mine. He's a great guy. If you watch Star Trek: The Next Generation, when they went from physical models to 3D, Ron's company, Foundation Imaging, you'll see them in the credits.
Nice.
Yeah, he's the guy, and he apparently, one of my friends told me that he was the first guy way back in the day to say, "Hey, I think we can use these computers to do to do these visual effects with."
Yeah.
Although at the time the word visual effects didn't exist, it was special effects, but they came up with the term visual effects to sort of separate the computer generated, which is kind of an overstatement because it's still people doing it. Mark knows, he does 3D printing and stuff, and making 3D models is a lot like building a ship in a bottle. You have to make it, but you can't actually touch it with your hands. So, I just somebody mentioned Doctor. I think it may have been.
I think I kind of mentioned when Doctor Who was talking to Joe, and they were talking about she was to interject about females having rights and stuff like that, but it wasn't forced. You know what it was? I think it was Joe. Was it Joe, Steve? I can't remember the character. They made comments every now and then, you know what I mean? But it wasn't an agenda for the whole series,
Yeah. Well, I unfortunately I can't answer your question because I've never seen, and if Ron were still alive today, unfortunately he passed away a few years ago. But I never.
Was that book used as a textbook too? I think you were saying, or
well, he did. Well, not textbooks, but videos.
It was a very famous book, right?
Videos, instructional videos back.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, that's what I'm remembering. You were telling me about. Yep.
Yeah, that was a VHS video about how to do visual effects, and some of them are actually on YouTube, so you could look up Ron Thornton, and he did all kinds of the funniest conversations used to happen because we'd be at the school where he was a guest instructor, and I remember once we were talking about Spaceballs and that Ron had worked on Spaceballs, and just totally randomly the guy said, "Oh, I love that part in the beginning where the ship flies overhead and there's a bumper sticker that says,
Yeah.
we break for no one." And then like 20 minutes later, Ron walks in. And I said, "Hey, Ron, I told him you worked on Spaceballs." And the guy said, "Oh, yeah, what did you do?" He said, "I made the bumper sticker that says, we break for no one." But yeah,
That's
he
awesome. Yeah.
was,
Well, actually, you mentioned Spaceballs, so let's see. Do I have?
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I got to find
Surrounded by
merchandising.
assholes.
Yeah, merchandising.
Merchandising.
just now.
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
So so it was just I met Daphne Nzwinga, and I loved her in The Sure Thing. So everyone probably at the Comic-Con wants to talk about Spaceballs, but I wanted to talk about The Sure Thing. And Phantom Outsider was mad at me because I didn't ask if she could still chug a beer like she could in the movie. But
He
but
was
great.
probably happy to not have to talk about Spaceballs all the time.
Right? Yeah, someone not talking about Spaceballs. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is a phenomenal movie. Yeah.
It's funny because the reason that he put in all the merchandising stuff was because he got George Lucas's permission to essentially spoof it,
Right.
even though he didn't really need to. And Lucas said, "Yes, as long as you don't sell any merchandise."
Yeah.
As you guys I think most or all of you know, that's really where Lucas made his money.
Yeah.
Well,
The merchandising. Yeah. Well, he was brilliant, and I think that helped get Star Wars get made too, because he got the merchandising as a trade off. I can't remember the exact. Then he asked for the merch, and they're like, "Well, what are you crazy? You want in return? You want the merchandising or the toys? What are you nuts?" Yeah.
Well, the reason that it got made was because of a guy named Alan Ladd Jr., who 70s probably knows is the son of Alan Ladd Sr.,
Yes.
the Western, cowboy actor. And he was the only one that believed in Star Wars. Nobody believed in it, not even the actors. And so he hid basically on the books a lot of the expenses because they went way, way, way over budget. And then he got fired. I mean, he took the bullet for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because 20th Century Fox owns the distribution rights to the first Star Wars movie. Yep.
Yeah, and the reason that George Lucas became so rich was because of the merchandising rights. And by the way,
well, extra rich. I think he would have done pretty well, but yes, even more rich.
Ladd Jr. was president of 20th Century Fox, wasn't he, for a while?
Well, I think eventually he would have done well, but his cut of the original movie was not very much by Hollywood standards. So the merchandising was a stroke of genius. And I found out something today that might be interesting, just as long as I'm on my tangent before I release you all to.
Well, you have to stay because I need you for the next story we're going to talk about because you're an expert animator. So I'm hiring you for the next segment.
Okay. Well, before that, I learned today, I saw a clip from some of you are old enough to remember 8 is Enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Was it Grant Goodeve that played the oldest son? I think it was.
But not originally. He replaced Luke Skywalker.
You're right. Correct.
Lisa for the win.
Yay!
Hey, Lisa.
That's impressive.
Nice.
Lisa knows her stuff.
You really do. Yeah.
Old stuff.
And you can
mature stuff.
You can find some footage on YouTube. And the only reason, okay, so since you know that, do you know why ABC let him out of his contract?
No, I don't.
They said absolutely no way you can't, because Hamill was like, okay, hey, this is doing great. I want to focus on my other cinematic projects like Corvette Summer. And they said, no effing way, you're our property. He had like an 8-year contract or something.
Oh, I
And
got to interrupt you here, Stevie. That is the God of Thunder. Some people are asking who's talking there because you're the nipple that Lisa was before. So there we go. That is the God of Thunder. And while we have
There
a
he
Sure
is.
Thing quote on the screen, I got to play a couple of Sure Thing clips because one of my all-time favorite movies.
How would you like to have a sexual encounter so intense it could conceivably change your political views?
And this one.
I was overwhelmed. You're a true artist.
Just let me sleep a while. Regain my strength. 5 minutes. A grace period, if you will.
Please.
You don't know how often I need grace periods, but anyway. Go on, Steve.
I wish that changing of political views worked more often.
Right.
Well, the reason, before I forget, the reason that they let him out of his contract was he was in that car accident where he picked up that scar.
Yeah.
Right? That they had to make up, make a reason for, in the next movie. And he essentially overplayed and said, "Oh, I'm so," he had to put like bandages all over his face that he didn't need and stuff.
For Empire, they did that.
Yeah, they did. But I mean, for 8 is Enough, he basically went back on set with like all these bandages and stuff and tricked everybody into thinking that he couldn't do it, and that's how he got out of his contract.
Wow.
Oh, and then in real life, it actually happened.
Yes.
No, that's what.
Oh,
no, it did
concurrently.
No, it really did happen, and they knew about it. What I'm saying is, he made it seem worse than it was.
Oh, I thought he was dumped from 8 is Enough before he did Star Wars.
No, he was. They wanted him. They especially after Star Wars, because now he was this big name that would have really the ratings. But he had this accident, and he just
in the
so
Corvette,
much,
I guess. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just he acted.
And hail to D. Bud Martin, the Man of Iron. Hey, D. Bud.
Hail D. Bud.
So he was kind of a weasel back then, and nothing's changed since.
I worked on a student movie that he was a voice. He was the voice of the Joker on, and
everybody does redeem him for that Joker voice.
Yeah, well, let's just say he wasn't always
professional.
I'm sorry.
He wasn't always professional.
Yeah, let's put it that way. Sometimes I don't think he even knew where he was.
Well,
but
pain meds,
Yeah, that's what it was. Liquid pain.
That OxyContin, stays with you for years. Just ask Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, well, made him go deaf, but my brother-in-law worked on actually on the special edition, so he's got his damn name is on the special edition of Star Wars. I don't think he's ever watched Return of the Jedi. I'm like, you're not worthy to have worked on that. So he got to film Mark Hamill and James Earl Jones as part of the one of the extras. And he said, Mark, I probably shouldn't. Oh, it's long enough now. I said, Mark was really bitter about how much money George Lucas is making, which I don't blame him in a way, because they didn't make their money in their likenesses. Now I think they've done much better, but they only made money when the movie was in the theater. So, you're selling your likeness, your toys out there. You're not getting money. It's like, George needs some more money. Anything for George, And James Earl Jones was like, don't ask, I won't say it. Like, no, I am your father. He's like, I only say it for my grandkids, because everyone probably bugs him to say that. So, but yeah.
And he just passed away too, didn't he? James
Earl Jones passed away last year. Yep.
Last year.
That one hurts.
Yeah, it was.
And speaking of roles, John Amos from Good Times, man. Oof.
And then Lucasfilm did him a number and didn't even wish him a happy birthday on his last birthday.
I know, it was
James
awful.
Earl Jones.
Terrible.
And John Amos and James
Didn't
Earl.
they post something way after the fact or something?
Yeah, like they finally looked at Twitter and were like, "Oop, our bad."
They were getting it destroyed. Yep.
James Earl Jones and John Amos also worked on a movie together. They both played fathers of.
Oh, that Welcome, Coming to America.
Coming to America. Very
Yep.
good.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
that's
yeah.
right.
Right.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
My bud's got no seeds.
Hey, the Geek and I is here. He says, Mark Hamill, bitter, no way. And
what
thank
was
you
the
again,
hair gel?
Geek and I,
Man?
for the
He's
opening.
not just bitter, he's bitter and twisted.
What was the snow? What was the glow? The hair gel. I was like, that's
Soul glow.
Funny.
Soul
Soul
glow.
glow. Was that?
I
Soul
love that
glow?
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, it
it's
was so funny.
Not that you
It
and I
left
need
a stain everywhere they went. Like you put their head against something, it was stained.
Well, the bar was it the shop scene in there where Eddie Murphy played? Was that the one?
Yes,
Eddie
he
Murphy played every single character except the barber, right?
Oh, he did play the barber.
I thought he played the
wait,
barber
well,
as well.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
barber. He
There was
played
like
the barber and the old Jewish guy, and then Arsenio Hall played the barber
That's it.
who was
Yeah.
not cutting something there, and another customer. They got the wow. I remember this better than I should. I only saw it
It's so good.
about Mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. He wants to be called Muhammad. You let him be called Muhammad.
Yeah.
Sounded just like him too.
Oh, that, Coming to America, that was just so
That
damn
was classic.
It's the soup. Anybody remember that joke? Anyway,
Which joke? I missed that.
way to taste the soup. Or no, yeah, way to taste the soup. What is there something wrong with the soup? Just taste it. What is the soup too hot? Just taste it. Is the soup too cold? Will you just taste the soup? Okay, where's the spoon? Aha!
Ah.
I'm sorry. I think the guy was supposed to be Jewish, but he sounded just like my Italian grandfather in that. That's probably why I remember it so well.
The royal penis is clean. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
And then wipers. Wipers.
Yeah, wipers. Yeah, yeah. That was great in the movie theater. Well, now I don't know if everyone knows, but Maddie's dad. Well, most people do know, but we got a lot of new people here. I'm assuming tonight too. So thank you again for the mead raid, Tom. It was awesome, and we've got an expert animator who you do this for a living. I mean, I'm just my main gig is a day job, not being a podcast host, or I'm not actually on TV. I just have a YouTube channel. So we're going to talk Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And I know you haven't seen it, but I've got clips from the show, or I just scanned it in, slideshowed it as we do.
Shall I bash my head in with a hammer now?
I'm going to say something controversial. There's some stuff I did really like about it. I know Donnie agrees with me, and there's stuff I really didn't like. But I want to get just Steve's critique on. Now, you want to explain the difference to everyone, us, newbies here, between animation and art style. I think because a lot of people say they don't like the animation, but it's really the art style, right?
Right, the art direction.
Art direction. Yeah, you take over. Yep.
Yeah, so there's art direction is let's take Batman the Animated Series, because probably everybody knows that. So there's the art direction in which Bruce Timm simplified everybody the pretty simple shapes and very skinny legs, so they wouldn't have to spend time drawing leg muscles. Animation is the movement, it's the illusion of life, and also the acting. People think of the acting as just the voice actor, but a lot of times the voice actor wasn't even there that day. They didn't need him. When Mufasa died, it was just the animator drawing his limp body and stuff. So that's animation is the movement, the acting, the action, and the word means the illusion of life, or to give life to. So Mark has heard my diatribe about I'm one of the few people who does not like anime, at least not most of the anime I've seen, because they hold, let's just say they save a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so half your audience probably just dropped out right now, but even as a boy, when I would watch old Speed Racer reruns,
Oh,
and
love Speed
there,
Racer.
there are 12. There are usually 12 drawings for each step of a walk, and in a foot contacts the ground, the back leg peels off the ground, it passes by the weight bearing leg, it stretches out, and then touches the ground again, and then you're peeling the other side. In Speed Racer, they would have two drawings: left leg in front, right leg in front, and nothing in between. And even at 5 years old, I looked at it and said, "Something's not right there."
We're saving money here.
Oh.
Yeah. And now I've cursed you all because you'll never be able to unsee that.
Once you see it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And the last time that we talked, I guess a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Batman the Animated Series and some of the animation where the in-betweener, who is the person that would the character lead would draw Batman winding up for the punch, and then he would draw where the punch connects, and the in-betweener would draw all the in-between frames where the arm is swinging across the screen. And there was a scene where Harvey Bullock is on a payphone. Remember those? And the animator the in-betweener got his drawings out of order. And so he goes to hang up the phone, and then he brings it back halfway back to his arm again, and then goes forward again.
Oops.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and now you'll probably, I think somebody said they were going to go look for it, and
try to find it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have. Oh wait, maybe I do have Batman then. Maybe I should pull it out and watch it with Maddie. She's 4.5 now. She could probably handle it. So that's
is she really 4.5 now already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, oh my God, I'm feeling even older.
That's about right. That's about how long I've known Mark.
Where did that time
2020.
go? Jeez.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun,
Sorry
right?
to interrupt you, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, she was a couple of times she was on Mark's channel before she was even speaking.
Yeah.
I remember you showing her off.
that, yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to understand. I mean, she's better than me in every way. She's better looking. She's much smarter. She spells words that nobody's at school. They don't teach spelling yet. They're teaching them. We walked up one day and the teacher said, "Maddie, today we're learning the letter G." And I pulled a total D move. I said, "Maddie, how do you spell 'I love my dad'?" And she did. But it was partly showing off, but it was kind of also to tell the teacher, "Hey, you can maybe speed up a little bit." But,
Yeah.
yeah. But
good night to Phoenix Night. Thank you for stopping by Sunday Night Geekery, and hope to see you again soon. And have a great week.
Night.
See you next week. Yeah.
good night.
Have fun storming the castle. So, Steve, I don't know if you can see what I've got up on the screen, but I've actually clipped the show, stills from the show. Now, R2 is not a fan of the animation nor the art style. Now, I did kind of like this art style for a lot of the characters. I thought Peter Parker character was great. There, in terms of design, let me know what you think, or I guess can you see? Hopefully you can see this. Yep. And Kevin
Can't see his face though. It's terrible art style. You can't see his face.
Well, not here.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And of course, they're showing a cover from Amazing
Fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah. The
it's not
the
even
changes that they made some ridiculous changes to the characters, which is nuts. And some of the story. But I think as you watch this, let me know what you think of the two. Well, you can't see the animation obviously because but the art style. So, but I think they did Peter Parker with the classic old school glasses from the 60s. Yep. I thought that was pretty cool. So he does look like Peter Parker. The problem is other characters don't look like
anybody else. Yeah.
They want so with anime. Before, a lot of times they don't spend any money on movement. The head stays still, the eyes don't blink, and the jaw opens and closes. This they've done just the opposite. I mean, it's like almost no shadow at all. It's all just large, flat areas of color.
Very flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think they're trying to recreate a comic book in that way, in terms of the flatness of a comic book? Literally, I mean, we know comics have depth and art, and depending on how it's colored and inked, obviously. But do you think that's what they're going for here in terms of that style?
I would say so. I know they do that a lot. Like Spider-Man Into the Universe, they tried to replicate that dot matrix printing, that old style printing, whatever it was called.
Okay, yeah.
And the Ang Lee Hulk movie, they kept putting comic frame gutters around everything. They seem to be obsessed with, let's make it look like a comic book. And,
yeah.
I think here they're making it look like a not very good comic book. Everything is flat. And that bedroom there should be dark, to create the illusion of 3D space. You can use color, size, overlapping, and perspective to create space. And here they're pretty much only using the overlapping and perspective. So character design for I'm assuming that's Aunt May.
Yeah, I gotta yell about Aunt May because I'm really mad at what Aunt May. Why does Aunt May look like MJ?
I know
she's way too young.
Make her young. And good night to Professor R2. Thank you for hanging out with us, and have a great week or two. Yep.
Yeah,
thank you.
Have fun storming the castle too. Yep.
Good night to the astromech.
I think Dalu. I just asked him if he's Chinese. The name like Dalu. I do like the posing. I mean, you can without any dialogue here, you can tell there's a lot of affection going on here. But I do agree with Mark. I think it was Mark, who said that she gets younger all the time. I mean, in the next movie, she's going to be a fetus.
Aunt May should not look like MJ. I mean, I know I'm getting up there in years too, but Aunt May is an old lady.
Yeah.
Aunt May looked old.
This is Madam Web territory. Sorry,
couldn't you say? But wouldn't you think that this could be MJ? Like if you just put this show on, right, and had no idea, like jumped into this scene, what would you guys pick in the chat? Aunt May or MJ?
MJ.
MJ, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But I'm aware of like gray-haired old lady with a bun.
Yeah, you could go to that. Yeah. So you could do. I mean, maybe you could make her not look as old, like Marissa Tomei. I love Marissa Tomei. Like you can't be Aunt May. You can't.
So I think the original Aunt May was portrayed as too old because she's like great Aunt May. She's like grandmother age. Because Mark, do not come down and punch me for this. But Aunt May should be about Mrs. D's age because you guys have a college-age son.
Yeah. Well, she could be late fit. Like here, she's, people aged a lot worse too back in the 60s.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. But this version of Aunt May, all right. So she's got gray hair.
Yeah.
She looks a little older. So that's of course the ultimate. Is that Ultimates? I can't tell which version is which, but so you can kind of make her look a little bit maybe not as old.
She shouldn't be hot.
Yeah, she shouldn't be.
Right.
She shouldn't know all about transaxles. Yeah,
you don't want all Spider-Man's friends saying Peter's aunt has got it going on.
right, yeah.
I think you're all just being ageist.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait.
We're all in our 50s.
I'm older than all of you.
Oh,
Except
have we had this discussion before?
I don't know.
I'm not so sure.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I know how old you are. I think I'm 6 years older than you. I'm older than Mark. I was older than Clavi. I think the only one who's older than me is D-Bud.
Okay.
Damn, you're old.
I've got a 6. I've got a 6 at the start of my age.
Yeah, me too.
You don't look that old.
Thank you. That's my superpower, I guess.
It is your superpower. Yes.
It is.
If I looked my age, I would be age discriminated out of a job. Mark knows how old.
Oh yeah, we got a super chat here. I want to say, John Evan, everyone's voting for MJ, and D Bud, who was just called the oldest guy, he's just called Methuselah by Thor. But D Bud, you could take it out with Steve there because he's got bigger guns than me.
No. Deep Bud's the one who pointed it out to me.
Okay, yeah.
Our age, and you're still alive, and you have all your hair. You know, you don't brag about how young you are. You brag about how old you are.
Yep. And well, thank you, the Marcus Group, and I approve of that name. Of course, a lot of people call me Marcus too. My uncle always called me Marcus, and thank you for that super chat. Much appreciated. So let's play. We got to play you some clips. So how about classic? I don't know if you know Blake.
And Callie in your place, would you?
Probably not. What about you?
What about me?
Why don't you go?
You are expendable.
And you're not?
No, I'm not. I am not expendable. I'm not stupid, and I'm not going.
I protest. I am not a
Hang on a
married
minute
man.
while I fix my non-graying hair.
There you go. Yep. And how about one more?
I'm Gumby then.
How about this?
Oh, class.
No bloody A, B, C, or D.
Thank you, Marcus. The Marcus Group.
I think
Much appreciated.
I think it's funny that you played that clip since you're Marc D. And he goes,
Yeah.
A. You're Marc D with a C.
Yeah, no bloody A.
How do you-
Here, D. Yeah.
He wants to erase you from the timeline.
Yeah.
Oh my bloody! It's too bad Calabi's not here. He does such a great Scotty.
Oh yeah, God.
Oh, bloody-
I got to go back. I got to go back and clip them doing. I got to go listen to some of those old shows. As tough as it'll be, probably to do that, but go listen to some of those and just grab some of his in person. I got to get the Gorn, especially the Gorn. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love when he did the Gorn. It was so hilarious.
I didn't care for his Howard Cosell or his Johnny Carson.
Yep.
But I think his, in my opinion, his Scotty was perfect. Like I don't think I've ever heard a better Scotty impression than Mike.
No, his Scotty was great. Yeah, it was good stuff. Yep.
Really, really just dead on.
Yeah. We miss him. We always think of him. Yep.
Yeah.
And you knew him probably the longest next to Claude, I guess, right? Well, not to get delve into that again, but yeah.
42 years old, 42 years. So I guess our friendship now would be 43. Yeah.
Yep. So what do you think of this character design of Peter Parker? Because you know your comics too.
Well, I kind of like it ish. They are, like you said, they're going for pretty close to the original, although they're simplifying it for animation purposes. The fewer curves you have to draw, the less money you have to spend. You get done.
Did you notice the crap that's in that baggie? What is Aunt May feeding him?
Yeah,
what kind of slop is that?
She's cute, but she can't cook. Yeah.
No,
Good night,
like
Donnie. Have a great week.
Dog food.
Yeah.
See you, Donnie.
What was that supposed to be? Didn't she say she made him a sandwich or something?
There's like meatloaf and gravy, mashed potatoes in the bag.
What? Yeah. It's...
Bad detail. Bad detail.
I do like this design of Peter Parker. At least they're evoking the other as we get into it. Other characters you won't.
Do you have the school scene by Parker with the four?
Well, I know.
I
got the whole. I got the whole thing. I've got the whole show. Yep.
Okay.
So I snipped the whole show, but and hail to Max Redstone. Yep.
Hail Max. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to agree with was it RJ Godzilla? I'm on my cell phone, so everything's really tiny.
Okay.
I think this design is fine. He looks young. He looks, he's got the glasses and everything. It's just that everything looks so flat because of the just broad swaths of one color, and there's no shadow. And this is coming from a guy who's always complaining about anime always being nothing but shadows. So I think the flatness bothers me a little bit.
So he had an Iron Man hanging there, right?
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, they got an Iron Man.
It's supposed to be Marissa Tomei and Tom Holland. Yes.
Not in this. No, I guess we're in an alternative universe here. I don't know what
again.
I don't know. Well, the way that they've changed a lot of the characters around. So again, yeah. So I don't know what the heck that is that's happening there.
But as an audience,
universe.
You're supposed to think of those movies, right? When you're watching this movie,
I think so. Yeah,
having Iron Man hanging there.
It's just kind of one of those, like a TV show that has what they call the Easter egg type of thing, just a little
right.
You didn't do that on purpose, just for somebody to notice
Member
it, right?
berries or
somebody
I
thought it
wasn't
was
quite
funny.
looking at that properly. It looked like there was a baby Iron Man flying across the road. I didn't see the fact it was hanging from. But wait a minute.
Oh, because of the eyes. She's like, oh my God.
What the hell is that?
It's the rocket blast. It kind of looks like motion blur a little bit.
It's his mini-me.
Yeah.
I have to say, I quite like this art style as you were describing.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I
mean,
like it.
It's flat, but I think it's trying to evoke a comic book in my mind. And
little
It's quite
Alex
sharp.
Rock.
Oh, Alex.
that
Space Ghost.
Space Ghost, yep. And hail to Kira worshiper. Hey, Kira from Deep Space Nine. Nana Visitor, if that's your character, your name is referencing. Yeah, I got to see her at the Comic-Con this summer, which was very cool. But excited for Brave New World. Well, I hope it turns out well. I might take my better half to a date night because she's a big sucker for Harrison Ford. Of course, though, she said he's really old. Isn't he 70 now? No, I'm like, no, he's actually 82.
Yeah.
But, God bless him. He looks great for that age. If I'm can still
He's
move
even
around
older
and
than
sneak in.
Steve.
He's older than Steve and D. Bud Martin. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think this is terrible. I mean, yeah, if you don't like
this frame isn't bad.
Yeah.
They're just trying to be nice to see what they're doing with the art. If that's the style they chose, then
yeah, but I mean,
this
you may or
particular
may not
frame
like
isn't
it.
bad.
Like
right,
like
but
McFarlane. I love McFarlane's art on Spider-Man, and Clobberin times would always argue he didn't like, but he didn't like McFarlane's art on Spider-Man. But you can't argue like what someone's personal preference or what they like. I mean, yeah, you can. If someone mentions Highlander 2 is a good movie, well, first of all, Highlander 2 doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
But
How can it be good?
I have it.
Yeah.
I have it.
So this style works for like just kind of sitting and talking. I'm kind of interested to see what this style looks like in an action or swinging or whatever Spidey's doing.
Yeah,
coming
It
off our
might not be
conversation.
that great in an action.
Wait. The conversation we had after Friday, you'll see some of that in the high school, the locker area.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see
Okay.
when we get there.
All right.
You'll see what we were talking about Friday.
And RJ Godzilla says, yeah, I'm waiting for a series to start with Peter trying to cash his wrestling paycheck made out to Spider-Man and him going to FF for a job. That would be awesome. Now, they mentioned Crusher Creel, and they show Crusher Creel in a quick snippet on this, but I don't know if we're going to get Crusher. I don't think we're going to get Crusher Creel in this series. There's no Uncle Ben to be found, so I guess this is kind of like the MCU version, which I really didn't like. Take care, Low Spec Linux. Have a great week too. Thank you. Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, Wes Cagle saying, yeah, Harrison Ford is so broke it doesn't work anymore. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't like that. Flipping. Uncle Ben has got to say, with great power comes great responsibility, and he's nowhere to be found. And I'm assuming, he's, they say how difficult this past year is. So Uncle Ben is already dead. So they're doing that MCU Spider-Man, and hopefully they're not going to have Iron Man. I don't think so. Be his mentor in this. Coming up, Doctor Strange will be in this.
Uncle Ben didn't say with great power comes great responsibility in the comics. He said that in the movies. In the comics, it was just in Peter's head.
Oh, it was in Peter's head? I thought in the speech Uncle Ben says that at one point.
Nope.
Talking to him.
Not in the original comics, no.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't feed him too much. I can barely arm wrestle him now. I could be wrong because, as everybody knows, I'm older than dirt. Has 70.
Oh, we got D. Bud Martin here, and he probably bought the original Amazing Fantasy 15 when it came out. So D. Bud will let us know who. I could have sworn it was Uncle Ben because I have the Secret Origins of Superheroes, which is one of my most treasured things to read as a kid, and I actually have that was one of the comics that Jonathan gave me, so I have Clobby's version of that because I lost that as a kid. But that was, oh God, I love reading that. So I could have sworn Uncle Ben says that in there, but I obviously can be very, very wrong too. Yeah,
I think. Well, first of all, they lifted it from Philip Wiley's Gladiator, the first superhero, first modern superhero story from which all the comics come, including Superman. If you haven't read it, I do highly recommend it. I could be wrong because never trust yourself, but I only remember him saying it at the very end in a word balloon. And
well, here Peter remembers Uncle Ben saying the iconic line in Amazing Fantasy 15. Thank you, RJ. So that's probably what I'm. You're right. Yeah, Peter says it. And he's remembering Uncle Ben saying it to him. I guess. Yep.
Where's Phantom Outsider? I mean, he's usually right on. Before you get the sentence out, he's like,
"Well, let me just get my copy of Amazing Fantasy 15 out. I'll just wait a second here.
Yeah,
and let me grab it.
Have that issue?
Yeah, I got. Oh, sure.
And
Yeah,
not take that out of the cover.
Yeah, let me just grab it here.
Not.
Yeah.
Don't
Hang
you
on,
dare.
Hold on a second. Hold on, everyone. Okay, I got my digital copy. I won't mess up my original.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
So my fault, all my fault. I only stopped him when I could have, but I didn't. Now Uncle Ben is dead. So I think and a lean sound figure slowly fades into the gathering darkness, aware that at last in this world, with great power, there must also come great responsibility. And so a new legend is born. Yep. So I was totally wrong. I was completely wrong. Yep. But you kind of ingrained that into Peter. So it's actually the narrator here, but he's thinking that to himself.
Yeah, they made Uncle Ben an electrician in the first movie, and then they just had him out of the blue for no reason because he got in a fight. Say with great power, he's got in a school fight. Why would he say that? They missed a perfect opportunity to have them, working on the wiring of the house and explaining to him, hey, you got to wear gloves because great power or something. Perhaps I'm going a little overboard.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't mind this, but yeah, it's this style, but yeah. So, but yeah, so it's you remember? Well, Dolly did have braces, though. Everyone, right? Everyone in the chat here,
she did.
Dolly had braces. Yep. Oh, and we had a new sub here that
on that.
I definitely want to call out having a new sub, which is awesome. So thank you very much again, Magnificent 7.
Yay!
So let's play something let me go to another background here. Let's see. Let's grab something from the Fortnite. Let's see here. How about we do some Dumb and Dumber, right? Yep.
More like 1 out of 1 million.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Nice set of hooters you got there.
I love the landed on the moon one. You've got that one, I do think.
Oh, I love that the most.
Oh, yeah. You like that?
No way. You want to hear that one?
Way to go, guys!
That's the best.
Yeah, if you can find that one too.
It's my favorite movie.
Find that one. Yeah. And I think that I heard that was ad lib. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's see. Here we go. Yep. Let me find that one. Yep. Trying to find that clip here.
You must have thousands of clips, mate.
Oh, I have Dumb and Dumber. I have so many clips.
So good.
There we go.
Hey. That's great. We landed on the moon!
And my other favorite line too. I love this line here.
Pull over! No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
That's
Lisa, you remember these lines, huh, Lisa?
I've never watched the movie because I thought it was Dumb and Dumber.
Oh gosh, no. But it's okay. I'm the limo driver.
I can't do slapstick.
And hail to classic comics. With great power comes great utility fees. Yep.
So I did that. Well, I'm sorry, Mark. I did that line with you and Raquel and Clavi like the one or two times I was on there, and she didn't know the movie. She was like, "Oh, Dave sees a limo driver." Everybody, yeah. Or Raquel.
Yeah, we were trying to get her to watch it. She started and she had to turn it off, but
yeah.
And she couldn't finish Princess Bride either, but I still watched it.
Princess Bride is so good, but it does have its slapstick crazy moment. I can see
So
why she
good,
shut it
though.
off.
Such a good movie.
But I did watch it. It is really good.
One of my favorite all time. I'd say right behind Casablanca.
Really?
Yep. That's one of my
Wow.
number one movies.
I totally agree. There's not, you really can't find a false moment in that movie. You know, even Cinema Sins, you know, when they did their Everything Wrong With, they said, so get ready for nitpicking.
Nitpicking, right? Yeah, they can't find anything wrong with that evening, right?
It came out and said it's a perfect movie. You know, it's
There's a little bit of everything.
yeah.
Peter Lorre's so great in that movie.
Billy Crystal, when he, probably most of you know that they had to replace Cary Elwes with a dummy because he's supposed to be mostly dead and he can't stop laughing as Billy keeps ad-libbing all this stuff, and they had to they also had to take Mandy Patinkin out and get somebody to replace him, and they did like over-the-shoulder shots because he couldn't stop laughing, so
I would like a MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato.
Stop saying that. Anybody want a peanut?
If you're on the panel, ask and you shall receive.
I'm going to start super chatting while I'm here just so I can see that again.
Never going against the Sicilian when death is on the line.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Let's see, where's that?
It's not my fault I'm big.
I don't even exercise. It's one of the most important stuff.
I hope we win.
Yeah, that and Tombstone.
True love is the greatest thing in the world. Except for a nice MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich when the mutton is nice and lean and the tomatoes are ripe. They're so perky. I love that.
It's the shrieking eels.
Perky tomato.
Right?
Oh, and what's the bad guy's name? He does that whole montage about having to get married, and I've got to go a kingdom to crush. He just goes on and on.
Count Rugen.
Count Rugen, yes.
Count Rugen, yeah.
Oh.
I've got my wife to murder, my country's 5th anniversary to plan, and children to blame for it all. I'm swamped.
I'm swamped, yeah.
If you haven't got your health, you haven't got anything.
Beat it, or I'll call the Brute Squad.
Yeah.
I'm on the Brute Squad.
I met all
You
those
are the
guys
Brute
at Salt
Squad.
Lake Comic-Con, and they're all awesome.
So unfortunately, my friends, I'm going to have to go because I need to get an early night. So I'm going to slip out.
Well, it was awesome having you here, and we'll
No,
post your channel in the down below. If you look in the show notes, I know, but let's put your channel.
Cheers to you all.
Cheers.
Good to see
Thanks,
you all.
Ryan.
And yeah, tomorrow on my channel, 3 p.m., we're going to be talking about the movie Capricorn 1.
Oh, with O.J. Simpson.
Yes. Well, there's a funny story about that. Well, there's multiple funny stories about that. Peter Hyams. Watch the show and I'll tell you the story.
3 p.m.
No, but he said I might not have won an Oscar, but I've directed 2 movies who starred men who went on to be charged with first-degree murder of their wives.
Oh God!
Because he directed a film with Robert Blake in it as well.
Yeah.
So it's got to be some kind of claim to fame.
Wow.
Anyway,
Right.
so see you guys later. Have a great
really
night.
appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow on that show.
And
Yeah.
go Stars.
Take care. Go Rangers and go Stars. All right. As long as I'm not playing the Rangers, I'll root for the Stars. How about that?
Right. Cheers,
Take care.
chat. Good night.
70s, yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
And everyone sub to that 70s Rock Fan. Awesome channel. Great guy. Yep. And D. Bud Martin is headed out because it's old man bedtime because he's the oldest guy here. Sorry, D. Bud. That's Steve Mitchum said it. He's spreading these rumors. Yep. So, but thank you for hanging out with us. And it was awesome to have you in the chat here. And have a great week.
I said it if he hadn't said it first.
Yeah.
Besides, there's nothing wrong with being old.
Yeah.
My mother always said getting older is better than the alternative.
Yeah, my mom would always say, like, don't get old. I'm like, Mom, what's the alternative? I'm like, it's not so good, right? I mean, so
Yep.
so yeah. not don't contemplate the what will happen, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
My advice is have a child late in life. They make you young.
Right.
Yeah.
God bless you. Yep.
He did. He did.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm kind of liking the idea of having grandkids because then I can always turn the little one back to their parents when I am tired.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what happens, right? Yeah. So
if I had to do it all over again now, I'd be a mess. Good for you, Steve, for doing it. Wow.
Right.
Keeps you young.
I didn't really plan it that way, but it's kind of worked out that way, and I'm really lucky. I got a good one. We had the
Yes, you do. She's a cutie.
Oh, thank you.
But kids are a lot of work. I mean, God bless them. It's awesome to have kids, but yeah, it ain't easy sometimes. But yeah, it's now mine are all grown up, as they say. But yeah, it's it's a
Pretty
lot of
soon,
work,
Mark,
and you
you
get
can be a grandparent.
yeah. So
Pretty
yeah,
soon.
but then you don't mind that as like you said, as a grandparent. Then I can't even imagine that. But oh my God. But no, it'd be a great day too. But yeah, you're then you can just leave, right? So
Yes,
that's the
that's my
good
point.
thing. That's the good
You
thing.
could
Like here, now
play and then leave.
yeah. All right, you change the diaper now, right? Yep.
Yeah. You
But
get
it
to
is a
show them your
special.
collection and all your toys, and then you
Yeah.
give them back to the parents so they don't wreck anything.
Right. But that's what was so special. Like my grandfather got me into, comic books, and because he
Yeah.
brought me back my my first comic. So yeah, it was just really amazing to I always remember my grandfather for that's grandpa brought that Superman comic back for me. And we were talking before the show, and he was bringing me Richie Rich and Archie and those kind of comics. There's nothing wrong with obviously fun comics, but yeah, it was I'm like, Superman, I want more of these too grandpa. Yep. So
Here's a question for you. Let's say you do have a grandchild, whichever
Yep.
sex, whatever. What comic book would be the first one you would give them?
That's a darn good question. I would say some of the early Spider-Man. I was thinking, would I give him Amazing Fantasy 15? Well, some of the first comics I remember reading was, the Secret Origin of Superheroes. I mean, I had other comics, but like that's a great intro to a lot of the heroes that trade. I don't know if it was a trade paperback or if you'd consider that a graphic novel, but that would be a great one. And I'd say start X-Men 94, giant size X-Men 94. That first 20, 50 issues of X-Men that
you got to do it chronologically. You got to start them off with a reprint of Action Comics #1, and then go to Detective Comics, whichever one had the Batman. Do it chronologically so you don't confuse him.
No, correct answer is you give them a duplicate of what your collection is, so you don't mind them wrecking the duplicate.
Well, now digital too. You can get everything.
Oh,
digital,
true.
so.
There you go.
That's how kids will probably read comics. If they do, I guess
That's
mangas the trade paperbacks. But that's a good question for the chat. If you want to throw in, what would your what was your favorite comic, or what would you have someone read? Recommend to read. I mean, I love Micronauts, huge Micronauts fan. So Micronauts 1 through 12. If I had to say, read that. The first 103 issues of Fantastic Four, obviously. Thor is amazing. No bias shown here. Journey into mystery.
I actually liked some of the older Thor ones, besides Batman, Superman, but Conan, the Savage Sword of Conan, those, and some like I was telling Mark, some of those old mystery ones like House of Mysteries and stuff like that. But
yeah,
Conan. I remember that one, and some Thors. I remember too. I still have some of the Thor ones.
I'm just glad Mark Archies, because I was really worried he was going to say the Archies.
I'll admit, man, I like Richie Rich and
right. Well, yeah, but they're fun. They're fun for kids, I have to say too. So it's really young kids. Those Archie, Richie Rich, Betty and Veronica, especially. God forbid you say skewed towards young girls, but young girls. My sister loved Betty and Veronica, and
Scooby
just the
Doo.
way Scooby Doo, and just that's just the way it's just the way it goes. So, but. Oh, what'd you say, Steve? We lost you for a second. You kind of glitched.
They had Scooby Doo comics?
Yeah, that's Scooby Doo comics. Yeah.
Like, wow.
Like wowzers.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I am going to have to call tonight as well. 5
Oh,
a.m.
no.
5
I know. I'm teasing.
But yeah, I think I think the art direction in this is it's okay. It's clear. It's not overly stylized.
It's clean. Yeah.
Yeah. The patches of color are too large, though. They should have broken them up with some shadows, some highlight or something, created some more depth. But other than that, it looks pretty good.
Well, you got to stay until it's like a couple of seconds from here. You got to see what they did with Harry Osborn. Now, this is not MJ. If you haven't watched this, hey, TZ Burton, if you haven't watched the show, a lot of people were thinking that this is MJ, but it's not. It's not MJ. Of course, I'm not a fan of blue hair and blue makeup, but she actually becomes a friend of Peter's, and of course, what they do, the lab accident doesn't happen. There's that fight with Doctor Strange that we went through, and Doctor Strange actually looked really good there. I don't know if we flip through that without talking, but let's see, did I get a picture? Well, I kind of missed. Oh, I missed Doctor Strange in my clipping. That was bad, but I probably had I was doing it during the show, but so there's a big fight with Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange looked very Steve Ditko-esque, and the spider drops out of the sky, and then that spider gives Peter the powers, but. Norm, what they did, they've got to swap everyone around. So they swapped races, and I guess they're swapping genders. Amadeus Cho is in this, who becomes a version of the Hulk in the future, which was interesting. I thought modern stuff, but it's like there's no need to do that. So that's why it's annoying that. When I do this kind of stuff, but I don't know. Let me just show you a picture, Steve, of what they did to Harry Osborn, which was really outrageous. And I know you're gonna go. Let's see, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Interesting. They put Doctor Strange in it, 2 Steve Ditko characters.
Yeah,
and Clobby would argue that Ditko probably created them both.
Yeah, he would have. Yep. Let's see. Here's Harry. Harry, they make look like a girl in this, which is ridiculous. So I don't know. That's not that. Might not be coming through as that sharp.
Harry has a man bun.
That does look like a girl. I could zoom in.
Right?
On it. Yeah.
That's a man bun with earrings. Ew.
And
I mean, there's no reason to swap the character around. And
is it Harriet Osborn?
No, it's Harry.
It's Harry.
So I thought it was a girl. When I saw the show, I thought it was a girl. No, but it's a guy.
They keep looking to appease an audience that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But Harry becomes a bad guy. I'm surprised they went with that color choice.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, right? So
who's
the other thing?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's just a friend of Peter.
Okay.
Is the I thought it was MJ originally, but yep. Infinity. Hey, Infinity, the timey-wimey limey. Yep, we just played that because you quoted it again. I will play that again. The Brood Squad. You are the Brood Squad. Yep. Oh, let me go to my Princess Bride. I have a whole section just on the Princess Bride. Yep.
Yay.
Beat it, or I'll call the Brute Squad.
I'm on the Brute Squad.
You are the Brute Squad.
I'm not sure, but I think Billy Crystal ad-libbed that line too. I've read a lot.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me, right? Yeah, he's so brilliant. Yeah. And
yeah, I agree with you on the Harry Osborn. I think it's the way I said it. I think they're looking to please an audience that isn't there. You know,
right?
Nobody's clamoring for.
Where did Dave go?
Oh, Dave came back. He had to step out for a second. He put something in the private chat. Yep, but Dave is back now. Oh, he's back. Oh, he zapped. Yep. Oh, sorry, Dave. I'm just uploading an overlay here so I don't get. And then I will let you back. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave. I can't do that. No, I will. Give me one second. I was uploading something to the StreamYards. Yeah. Dave's here. Yep. And what did I call? Hold on one second, Dave. We'll get Dave back in here. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, overall, I don't think it's terrible in terms of the art style. And then, but of course, they're modernizing some of this stuff here. Let me add. There we go. I wanted to put that review logo up.
Hey.
Sorry about that, Dave. Yep.
No, man, my whole internet just dropped.
You just dropped? Yep.
Yeah, everything gone. I just had to restart both laptops and the TV.
Good night, Retro Guy.
Well, let me catch up to the chat.
Chat. Retro Guy is leaving.
Take care, Retro Guy, and thank you for hanging out with us for Sunday Night Geekery.
Nice.
And, smash that like button on your way out. I really appreciate everyone being here. Yep. Did I get a picture of as I was clipping this, probably I missed some of the I missed part of the episode, I guess, with trying to clip it during the show because I had it like 5 times speed, but we missed I could have sworn I clipped up, but Norman Osborn, or maybe it's coming up actually. I might have gone back and done it. But Norman Osborn goes up to see Harry. It's like picture Bill Gates or Elon Musk or someone, famous like that is not going to go to a kid's apartment in Queens and offer an internship. He's going to call him into the office, right? I mean, it's just nuts, yeah. But it wasn't terrible, but just what they do with the characters, it's just some of they put in a little modernity dialogue and things, but they do kind of capture the spirit of Peter Parker in this, in terms of being a young kid who's lost his way, lost Uncle Ben. So that they get. But the other thing that's really screwed, I guess I thought I'd clipped it, but I missed it. The spider sense is what's up with the non-existence of the spider sense? And a lot of the MCU and in this comic, he's walking to school and he gets hit by a car. But the original Amazing Fantasy 15, that's when he jumps up and he grabs the wall and he first realizes he has spider powers because of the spider sense. So what's up with in this?
Yeah, they don't show like the wavy lines or anything like that. Like the 3 wavy lines above his head. They've got, what is that? Is that his spider sense?
Yeah, so the spider sense is there. They're kind of showing it, but they're not. He gets hit by a car and then he gets hit by some other things, and it's like, well, wait a minute. He's got a spider sense. He's not going to get hit by or it's going to be really tough to hit him. I mean, so yeah, I just really dislike that.
Maybe they're trying to play it as like at first he's not sure what it is, and it takes him a while to figure it out or something. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to give.
Yeah, but it just annoyed me, especially the first Spider-Man movie. I'm like, he's got a Spidey sense. Where's the Spidey sense? And I think, when did they finally have it in the second movie a little bit, or the third movie?
Amazing Spider-Man one, or the
no, the very with the very Raimi movies. Yep.
fighting Flash Thompson.
Yeah, Flash, he gets a spot. That's right.
Yeah, because he's unlocking his locker, and then he senses and turns, and Flash punches the locker.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
But for a lot of the movie, though, they don't show it or don't use it, which was kind of annoying to me. Oh, and I know I keep doing this to you, Steve. I know you got to go, but I want to show you this something that's really cool that I 3D printed. You might like it.
Okay.
I got the 3D printer rolling again.
You got a new one, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a new one. Yep. Let me get my microphone hooked up here. I'm going to switch my microphone.
With some upgrades on it too.
We got the Bamboo Labs X1. So let me switch my. I always do this. I keep you, but hold let me.
I know engineer
for a second. Right. Let me pause this, but let me get this camera on. And I guess hopefully you guys can still hear me through the microphone. I hope.
Yeah.
So if you're new here, I do a lot of 3D printing for fun. And let me change my camera here. And I owe Steve for keeping him late. I know he's got to get up early, but so let me make this full screen here.
Ooh.
And take the overlay off. There we go. So I've been getting back into my resin printer.
Nice.
So check out how cool this Daredevil came out. So
I love resin.
Dude,
look at the detail on that.
Detail.
Nice.
Where did you
So
get the?
good.
That is cool.
Where'd you get the file?
So this is from a Patreon called Wicked. I'll put the link in the chat. So it's $10 a month, but you have access to a ton of models, and each month you get like 30 models. And I can actually sell these. It includes a commercial license, which is good. So I might start printing some of these and put them out there. And they encourage, the designer encourage you to do that. So
I know Nick Weiser would buy that.
Nick would buy it, right? Yep.
Oh yeah.
So
I want that creature from the Black Lagoon though. I want that one. I like that one.
You want
Hey,
that? Yep.
Yeah, I do. I
Buckwaddle.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Does this look great? So there's a stand that goes with it. The stand is actually working on the stand right now. It's in the dryer or whatever. So there's a stand that holds it up. And this was 100. You could do 100% or 50%. I'm like, let's go 100% with the Daredevil. So I've got to try my painting skills. But anyone is Claude good at painting things, Steve?
Yes. Yeah.
Just kidding.
I would totally trust Claude to paint that.
Yeah, I might send one to Claude just to give it to him, but
I think you could sell them without painting them. And
yeah,
just like do-yourselfers paint their own.
Yeah, a lot of
that way.
A lot of models from Japan and stuff were kits, right? Because I don't paint, so I try not to get the kits by accident.
Yeah.
Some people just might like the monotone gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The gray is not bad either.
Looks great. I agree with you and Lisa. This is the detail on this is really good.
Outstanding.
It might lose some of the highlight and shadow. I know I'm talking about highlight and shadow a lot tonight for some strange reason, but it might not read as clearly. Some of the details that are that we're seeing because of the shadows and the highlights the specularity might get lost. But it probably look cool. But
I guess the skin tone is you'd have to be really careful with, right, Steve? That would be the one you'd have to really make sure you get the right skin tone on the thing.
Yeah, totally.
Unless you're doing what's his face, the purple guy from Endgame.
Purple Man.
Thanos.
Thanos.
Thanos. Thank you. Well, I'm getting old. My Alzheimer's kicked in.
So I have to obviously glue this and put it together. But I'll put that Patreon, that link to Wicked. But if anyone sees anything they want me to print for
Mark, if you have the license on that,
have the license
throw that out there, dude. See what happens.
Keep printing them.
Yep.
Throw it out there just like that.
Thing that I did. Yep. Let me get, and I'm away from the chat. So if you guys cover the chat for me if you see anything, but But and Hail to Punkwaddle and Marcus Group says I can kind of see from across the room. I haven't finished painting this. He's too glossy right now. But I'd given out some of these to. I think I gave one to Claude actually, and some of the guys down there. Did I give you one, Steve, or Doomsday Machine? I can't remember, but
No.
no. So I printed this. Now the Bamboo Carbon X1 has multicolor. So just printed this. I mean, it's an easy print, but Batman 66.
That looks great.
But that looks awesome, right? I mean, it's a quick print.
And
I
that's
shouldn't say easy, a
smooth
quick print. Well, the back is
with the bat.
texture, but the it's raised up a little bit. The bat is raised up a little bit. It's a really cool one.
So good.
And for my wife, she's a pickleball addict, so I just printed this little pickleball dude.
Oh, fun!
So she actually liked it. But look at the detail on this. Now I've got my Migos up here, so if you guys can see my Migo figures, right? I got a few.
Yeah, well, your
figures
creature, the scaling on it. When I mean actual scales, right? That's what was impressive to me.
Yeah, I'll show that. Yep. But look at this. This is on the resin. I mean, that's just so cool that you can. If I put the bat symbol behind, look at the detail on that little phaser.
Yeah.
That little Miko phaser. Because you always lost it. I still,
So
of course,
good.
I was a good kid. I had my phasers, but so I printed that. And
Mark, I'm gonna jump out before
you got to go. You jump, Steve. I'm sorry. I know you got to go. I'm bad. You can
Night,
find me
Steve.
later.
Night, Steve. Thanks for coming, man. It's good to hang out with you again.
Take
It's
care,
been a while.
Steve. Yep.
Thanks,
Very
everybody.
fun.
Have a good night.
Hey, Mark, I'll just read a chat for you.
Yeah,
so
read-
you don't have
yeah,
to mess with it. It's from Punk Valley. He's like, how difficult are the files for their interlinked legs and arms? Like the pickleball. He's making a huge joke.
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
Thank you for reading it. Yeah, because it's very easy to print. I mean, this was on Maker World, and you can see how it's interlinked. It just prints it in place. So no supports. So the bottom here is buttocks. I could have used support there, but no one's gonna see the underside of the ball there. So it came out a little rough because it's trying to print at that angle. But yeah, you can do all kinds of I had the dragon. Did I show you guys the dragon that I did?
I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought Punk. I apologize. I was like, oh wow, you
Yeah,
do
it's
have
interlocked, yeah.
interlinking links. Wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot of cool. Like here's a butterfly that I did. I've had this butterfly for a long time. It's like a little
Blue Morpho.
From
Fortnite.
Blue Morpho. Yeah.
Cool.
Little
Interlinked.
butterfly. Yeah.
I might need that from you, Mark. Do my new
Yeah.
design. I need
There
a new
you
logo.
That's impressive.
So I do. I'm not going to run downstairs. Going to get a bad knee, but today. But I printed this really cool dragon, and it's free. A lot of this stuff is free. Yeah. So I did all these phasers, and of course this one didn't come out as good. I reprinted it, so it came out better. It was better to print this straight up. Yep. So, but it's not. I mean, I've never designed anything Punkwaddle from scratch with interlink, but it's really not that. You just draw it like that, and you're creating the spacing as you draw it. So the amazing thing is, it's just mind-boggling. It prints this like this flat on the plate, and it just goes up and puts it up. So it's just mind-boggling how to be able to make stuff like this. Like these phasers that we always lose, and you can make them. Nick Weiser was printing coasters for. This is the first iteration. I've got to.
Wow.
What's my screen? Oh, my screen is backwards. I got to set on the camera. Let me do settings here. Don't mirror my camera. There we go. I don't know why that was mirroring it. So yeah, 30. So I got to make the red another level because the red wasn't coming out. And I want to put a white around that. But you could print a coaster. It's just it's amazing. So check out these Starfleet coasters that I printed.
Those turned out really well.
Those came out cool, right? Look how cool those
And it
are
has
with
a
the
little case
multicolor.
to store them in.
And it has a little
Those are
case to
nice.
store them in. Yeah.
I like
that
it.
came out really good.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, Pokemon says instead of whittling chains out of wood blocks, right? Yeah, that just prints them. Yeah. So this was done on the bamboo, which I've got to print this one in resin just to compare, but
I like the.
I mean, it's
green.
pretty.
Well, because I have
good.
the
I mean,
Migo. I have the Migo one, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I have that. I like that glowing green.
but it came out pretty darn good, and this was printed on the Bamboo Labs. You
It's
know,
the little fins in the back underneath the arms.
I know the
yeah.
detail. Isn't
Yeah.
that
No,
something?
it came out great. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to remember what setting I did. If I did it the 0.2 setting, you know, I think hopefully I had it saved. I was thinking about that tonight. Like, what setting did I do this at?
Oh no,
Hopefully
you
I
didn't write
saved
it down.
No, I could print it. You know, I might have done it at the highest resolution. I can't remember, or like medium. I'm not sure, but I mean, it came out almost as good as a resin. I mean, not quite as good, but man, it's pretty darn good. Now you're never going to get the exact detail that a resin printer has, and resin is a hassle to get into. I have to say, because you have to you've got to deal with the resin itself and the cleanup but yeah, if anyone wanted to get into 3D printing, that Bamboo Labs printer, and they're all going to make them a lot more user friendly. It's almost like a toaster oven these days now, or print it and pop it in and pop it out. So it's just really well done. So let me grab. Let's see here. Oh, make us all like that. Let me change my mic back to the regular mic. And thanks for covering me up. So I'm across the room when I do that to go to my other desk. But let me grab that link for.
There he is.
This is what?
I lost you for a second.
Oh, am I back now? Am I good?
You're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, let me disconnect. You're going to lose me maybe for 1 second, but I'll be back. Hold on. I think I have my VPN running, so let me turn that off. Hold on. Might lose. So you just chat among yourselves. I should be right back.
Yeah. Dave, what do you think Mark should 3D print a shelf or something to put all his goodies on?
Oh, I was thinking of stuff that I wanted.
Well, you need to store all this stuff.
Well, I'm not much for the bust type figures. You know, I always kind of wanted the full size one. Well,
sure.
You know what I mean, like 1/6 or 1/10, but that
Yeah.
Daredevil, I'm thinking like a good Space Ghost, a full size Space Ghost one with that detail right there, but that's nice, man. I'm
You
really
like what 1/6 scale versus
well, yeah,
1:1?
it just depends, you know. Yeah, 1/6 is normal, standard type stuff. 1/10, but that Daredevil, wow! If you had like a Space Ghost or your favorite character in that size, it'd be pretty huge, though, wouldn't it?
So yours would be Space Ghost as your favorite.
Well, no, that's just what came to mind when I had that bust like that. I was like, oh wow, Space Ghost, that, you know. But
Could do a Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, have them all on a shelf. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
oh yeah. Okay. Well, you've seen Mark's room, so
Well,
Yep,
that's
I got a
why
lot
he
of
said he
stuff.
should print another shelf.
he needs to
Yeah,
print
another
another building.
Yeah. So here's
Yeah.
the Wicked. Here's the Wicked 3D website.
Let me ask Lisa, have you seen Mark's hallway with the posters? Have you seen that shot before?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, so he's got a whole nother level to that room he's in, right? To the all the way
I
to the
always
door.
would tease him to get one of those pods and just have it set up outside, or take over one of the kids' bedrooms. I would tease him about, and just like move into there for more space.
Now look how cool this is.
That is cool.
Jeez.
Let me zoom out of this one. Oh, so you can see the.
You're gonna
full.
print that, yeah?
I think I'm probably going to print this. I'm not going to do it the 100% or the 50%, but God, it's a cool. So I did the bust of Daredevil. So, but look how detailed this is.
That's
So sorry, I was going to say the bust has this is the base for the bust. So look how cool that is with Daredevil. And so the bust fits, those pieces I had there, that fits on top of this.
Oh.
And they've got this version with Daredevil and Elektra. So wow, this is cool. Yeah.
That is cool. You got to do that one.
And look at the back too. Even the back
Detail is amazing.
Yep. So this is Wicked 3D. So I put this in the.
And that's
put that link in-
unpainted, right? That is just.
That's unpainted. Yeah. I think
even
they've got
that
some
looks
highlights
great
there.
unpainted. Oh yeah.
I think it looks
Or
pretty,
like the
yeah.
bronze
The
filament,
bronze
maybe they
look.
use like a bronze, to make it look like a bronze
Yes.
statue, which you could definitely
Mhm.
do. Yep.
Good luck
Yeah.
trying to
I've
paint
got a
that,
mo-
man.
I've got a
After it's already
marble
put
one.
together.
Yep.
Sorry.
But like I've got a marble filament too that you can use. Yep. That kind of recreates that. Yeah. Let's see if I go to. How do I get to? Let's just go to their page here, and you can see all the statues that they have. So if you go to their main page, so if anyone sees anything they really want me to print for them, let me know. We can talk. Yep. But they've got 568 models in here.
Wow. Captain
So,
America.
Captain America, Thor. They just came with the Hulk. So they do specifically Marvel, and then they do movies too as well, which is really cool. They'll do movies. They got Hogwarts, Harry Potter. Let me zoom in and let's see. You can see those better now. Yep. Into the Spider-Verse. And the cool thing is it's all the models. If you're doing resin printing, they've put the supports in. So when you do the resin, it's just you put it on the plate. You don't have to do any work with the supports, which is a lot of the trick. The problem with resin printing or the skill level needed. So they've already tested it for you. So they're doing the hard work for you, which is nice. So you can see all these cool statues. There's Thanos there, and look, they've got Ripley,
Oh yeah.
Bishop.
Oh, nice.
So they do some movies too. Yep. There's Newt. They should never killed off. Yep.
Ugh, don't get me going.
Yep. Facehugger, Modok. This Hulk looks. I like that Hulk. Yep. That looks really good. Yep.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, it does.
Iceman.
Look at that baby right there.
Yep. Some cool Hulk ones. Yep. Yep.
Oh, very nice, Dave.
Yep.
Rawr.
Yep.
I've got to fix it.
Tony Stark. Yep. Iron Man. Yeah. This is another version of the Daredevil that the bust they did. Yep. And Kingpin. I do like these. Yeah. These are old. You get everything going forward, but if you ask, they'll give you a discount, I guess, on if you're a subscriber to them. The Beast is really cool. Yep. Of course, we can keep scrolling. Oh, there was Donnie's here. Where's Donnie? Or did Donnie leave? Or was Donnie still? I think Donnie said he had to leave.
Oliver Belamonte popped in.
Yep. But I thought if Donnie's in the house, look, we can do some Power Rangers. Yep.
There you go.
How cool that is. Yep. Looking good. Yep. So good stuff. Yep. Oh, Mario Brothers. Yep. All right. So that's fun stuff. We'll get back to Spidey-Man, but if anyone wants anything printed, let me know. Yep.
I like your little Ghostbusters logo too. That's one of my favorites besides the creature thing.
Oh yeah, that one came out good. Yep. Hey, RK's in the house.
Hey.
Oh, hey, man.
Really, RK. Yep.
How you
Hello.
doing, Eric?
Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yep. So here is, I guess, let's see. Did I clip the end of this Spidey episode? Let's see here. I think it goes back, but yeah, there was thank God you're still alive. Yep.
Yes.
The great Silver Surfer Eric. Yep. Yeah, there were some cool Silver Surfer models in that catalog there. Yep.
See, now that would be a pretty easy one to paint as long as you got the right silver tone that you wanted, right?
And you got to do the shading on it. Yep.
Yeah, well, that might be a good one to print because the board, you just print that in two pieces, right? The board and then the body.
Printed in silver, or just printed in silver, right? Yep.
Can you do that with that kind of brightness?
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Let's see. Eric, we got Eric K here. Let's do. Let me pause this again. Let's see. Let me pull this one back over. Let's see who they had for Silver Surfer. Let's see here. Silver Surfer. Let's see. Oh, they don't have a ton of Silver Surfer. Would have thought they would have had more Silver Surfer stuff, but
that's the classic pose, though. Can you get that?
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see. Where's the picture here? Yeah,
there it is.
Oh, he's got the gauntlet there. Yep. But that would be fun. And Thor's hammer. Yep.
Thor's hammer. Yeah.
What does he need with Thor's hammer? Is the Silver Surfer?
I don't know. Swiping stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa, you've seen his Galacticus, right? The big one that Marc has?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That thing's big.
Very big, very big.
Yeah, I like all the all the characters around it, flying around it and stuff, that size difference.
Yeah, so they put a Spider-Man. They kind of did like a rap version of the Spider-Man theme on this. At the end, they started with Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and then they go back to like a rap, which wasn't bad, I guess. Yeah, I'm not a big rap fan, but they kind of modernized it. But they did have the original. Yeah, they did have the original.
Which one, Round and Round, or
no? Spider-Man. Yeah.
Okay.
So they did that. Now, of course, this, you got your Amazing Fantasy 15, and that's a new Green Goblin. Harry Osborn. Like, oh, God, what are they doing?
Yeah, no.
It's like you don't need to do this. I mean,
no,
just
that's the
keep
thing.
the classic. I mean, there's no need for them to do that, to swap the characters around. It's just pander.
Tom Holland's Spider-Man never touched on the Osborns, did they? Until they brought back the dad in the last movie. Can't think of which.
Oh, and No Way Home, or yep.
Yeah, but they didn't do Harry Osborn at all with Tom Holland, I don't think. So that gives them an opening here.
Yeah, he did. He was in one. Yeah, in the new one. Yep. Yeah, we all have to sing now. Eric K's putting the lyrics in. Spins a web, and he says, "Yep." And someone put in the chat like a while ago about showing their kids, the Spider-Man 66 cartoon, but or 67, and that's how I got into Spider-Man as a wee youngin. So yeah, here he gets hit, but look, he gets bashed into the car here.
No Spidey sense there.
Where's the Spidey sense? Like, watch where you're going. In the Amazing Fantasy 15, he jumps up and he takes off, and he then he realizes when he grabs the building, he's like, I can grab a building, So yeah,
but in this, he gets hit by the car.
Yeah, he gets hit by the car. Yep.
Nothing special there.
Yeah. So he's headed. I don't know why this ended up out of order. I don't know what happened there, but then he's headed to school, and but yeah, it's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Yeah. But I did like his character design there, so I thought that was well done. But it was great having Steve Mitchum on there to talk to an expert and see what he said. But yeah, it is now that he mentioned that, it is very flat. I can see where that's it's not, but I think that's what they were going for.
And you're covering just the first episode tonight?
Yeah, I just clipped the first one just so you could see the character design.
So there really isn't any action movements with this art style to see.
Well, I did miss clipping the fight with Doctor Strange. I don't know if I ended up clipping it this time around, but yeah, that was a big action piece with Doctor Strange. It was pretty.
But that was cool. Like pre-fight Spider, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, those
before he
three
got bit?
spider bite. Yeah, and that's how he gets the spider power. So there's like the spider creature that comes through this portal, or it's a demon, you don't know. And the spider drops down. That was showing before. And then the spider bites him, and that's how he gets his powers. And then they jump to like 6 months later or 3 months later. In the second episode, he's gets his job at Oscorp as an intern. So it's not working for J. Jonah Jameson, because he's in school still. In the original Spider-Man run, I think he's only in high school for the first 15 or 20 such episodes. I'm trying to remember. And then they add this, I guess this is okay. The web shooter has to have pneumatics. So they add like compressed air to the web shooter. They never really explain how, the web shooter could shoot so far. So they add this compressed air gizmo contraption, which I guess, eventually maybe he'll figure out how to make it smaller. With
Stark Tech.
Yeah,
Tony Stark will come and help him with that.
Right. Yep. Yep. Well, Eric, you better get rid of that cough. Go see Dr. McCoy. Hopefully you don't have a wee bout of shore leave. Let's see if I've got that clip somewhere. Yeah. But so feel better. Yep. But yeah, so I thought some of the art was I didn't mind it. And the story is not
very
terrible.
Clean. It's
clean.
Clean. Yeah. I don't mind it.
Yeah, the story's not terrible, but you don't. I just don't like swapping all these characters around for no need.
Yeah.
Add new characters if you need to, right?
Well, I think they're piling on to the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what all this is. Probably fleshing out that story, especially with the younger Aunt May.
Hey,
and the man bun Osborn.
Hey, Richard. And Brian says, yeah, Peter was 15 when he was bit in the comics. Yeah, but and how long was he in high school though in the original run? Wasn't it like only 15 issues as ASM, or like by issue 20? Isn't he out of high school? I'm trying to remember how long he was in high school. It's not that long. D. Bud Martin isn't here. He would know. He was buying it when it came out. But I think it's like issue 15 or 20. So he's out of high school pretty rapidly. I think, yeah. If someone in the chat could tell me. Someone who's smarter than me in the chat. But
it just dawned on me Harry Osborn's wearing goblin colors.
Yep, he wears green all the time, and his dad wears green. Yep. So I don't know why this got clipped out of order, but this is the fight with and Harry looks like a lady here.
I was so confused. So yeah, why Lisa kept saying that, and then I'm like,
what is she talking about?
I thought, did I miss something when I was gone?
Man bun.
Hey. Oh boy.
Earrings.
Okay, you're being serious.
Well, yeah, it's a guy with a man bun and earrings.
But then these guys.
Mark thinks he looks effeminate.
I thought that was a girl. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't know who you were talking about. I thought, well, he's carrying. I thought I missed something when I was gone or something.
It's a guy.
Yeah.
That's Harry Osborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wearing goblin colors.
In a lined up shaved man bun?
Yeah.
With earrings.
Yes.
Okay.
And a weird looking chest.
Okay. Well, at least yeah. So Mark, I'm with you. I was so confused until just now. Thank you for clearing that up.
I'm here to help.
Brian Hepburn, thank you.
And I love you for it.
Thank you, Brian Hepburn. Yeah, ASM 28. Thank you. Amazing Spider. I knew it wasn't that long. Yeah, so that's less than 3 years of the comics where he's actually in. Then he graduates and goes to what college is he? What's his what's the college?
High. Oh, college.
Well, it's Midtown High. Wasn't City
New York U or something? Or
no. It's City College or what's the name of it? Oh God,
I can't speak right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think he go. Oh, what's the next? Oh, you read all the comics and you can't remember, but it was a public college, Empire State University. Come on, Mark.
There you go.
Gee, take my Spider-Man card away.
You
But
got
then
it
these guys,
under 5 seconds.
yeah,
You did good.
and these idiots are live streaming the beating up, committing a crime on well, whatever the version of YouTube is there. But I guess I'd say how ridiculous that is. Except you see that all the time these days.
Yeah, people do it now all the time. Yeah, instead of helping or calling, just filming.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just. Yep, and thank you. Yep, thank you, Philip. Yep, and we always got the chat out here to back us up and help us out. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I think they're trying to rob Harry. I don't know. Do they know how rich he is, or does Harry Osborn have a bodyguard? I guess his dad's a billionaire. You would think
they just landed in the wrong alley at the wrong time.
He looks like an easy target.
Yeah, what a billionaire.
It's kind of girly.
Yeah,
I know some of that UFC stuff, man. Damn, man.
But would a billionaire's kid be walking around on a bodyguard? It's like I don't think so. Yep.
Good point.
And they've got the commentary on, of course. Yeah. Kick his butt, Seabass. Yeah. The newest Avenger. Yeah. And of course, this guy's jumping around and like on walls and stuff here, and they like keep going after him. It's like he obviously has superpowers. I'm gonna keep messing with him. It's like, that's okay. But that I like this shot where he's on the lamppost, and yeah, Spider-Man. He always. Puts people. Of course, the lamp, the webbing.
Turtleneck?
Yeah, the webbing's only gonna last an hour, so I hope the cops show up before that would hurt, right? Falling from that high.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a ridiculous design.
Shoulder pads.
Yeah, it looks like
that's an '80s thing,
right? So that's
the earrings in both ears. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. So that's just not good. Yeah, not good.
Now I see what Fenrir was talking about. I think it was Fenrir. Okay. Never mind.
Brian says time is undefeated when it comes to a lifetime of memories, right? Yeah. So yeah. So just it just takes you out of the story too. With that character design and Spider-Man here with this ridiculous costume, I guess. Yeah,
it is bad.
If you knew some of the movies, I won't go off, but I'll just ask a question because I didn't even know that was Harry till you told me. If you were introduced to Spider-Man young, right, but you knew not too young, but you knew some of the older movies with Harry and Norman and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have any clue that was him, just like me, I guess, right?
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah.
All right.
And of course, Parker. Yeah, he's always late. Yeah, which is typical Peter Parker. Yeah, no, I was gonna say the costume isn't that bad because originally, that follows the MCU where he's wearing the sweatpants.
So I guess he didn't have a costume. The regular one when he was all piecemealed together and stuff.
Yeah, so I guess that's okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But
I mean, they're all after. Now, it's not Mary Jane in this that he wants to date. He wants to date another character. So it wasn't Mary Jane. This character.
Wait, how many? I'm sorry.
Blue hair.
How many?
Yeah, and this girl wants to date this other character too. Maybe it's like they insinuate that. Yep. I actually like this homemade soup more than the original MCU one. Yep. Hey, Phantom's here.
Phantom, yes. Now we're getting started. Now we got some back. Yeah.
We needed your expertise earlier.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Like every other frame, there has to be a character with blue hair. One or two. One is fine.
It's very popular at the
fine.
school. The lockers.
3 is fine. Now, what's the time area again? What's the time frame of this?
Oh, that's a good point, Mark. I'm going to get my hair dyed the same color as my high school lockers.
And his sweater. But does it have to be like even the guy who's filming the fight had blue hair. You right?
So I'm going to go dye my hair blue now.
Yeah.
What little of it I have, yeah. I mean, I do. I mean, if they're doing modern, making it modern, there are kids
right.
that have
Well, what's the time
blue hair
frame
now.
of this?
Well, it's modern.
Their
It's
time
modern.
frame.
It's
What's
set,
their time?
set now. It's set now.
It's set now. Okay.
Yeah, it's set now. Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm getting lost with all of that too. Right?
No,
So
it's set in the present.
I get
mean,
you.
It's,
I go that. Yeah.
it's not a, he's wearing those he'd never wear glasses like that today, but hey, Punk Waddle, limited color palette.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And but of course comics were 4 colors, and they made all the comics by mixing the four colors. So I think in some ways they are going for that limited palette. But yeah, the girls in blue, yeah, like even his glasses there on the side, they're picking up that color. So that could be kind of what they're doing. Yeah.
Fire sale on blue. They had extra.
And you couldn't get any blue in
Reduce their
section
cost.
31 until the end of the show, right? None. Remember
Yeah,
that?
to
Lisa?
bring that up.
Yeah, you had to do it. Yeah.
I would get the chat going now. Boy.
It's supposed to be between Captain America Civil War and Spider-Man Homecoming. Thank you. Yep, yep.
Oh, that's a good classic. I didn't even notice.
That makes perfect sense. I totally agree.
There's 1 or 2 other boys in the school. Yep, yep.
And they fight him, right? Or does he have any friends?
Actually becomes friend. Now this is cool. He's drawing the costume. I did like this a lot.
Ooh, yeah.
So he's designing. They throw that in. Yep. So of course, hopefully no one will see this because you're Spider-Man. But mask ideas. Yep. And there's the web shooter. Yep. So that was cool. Yep. Yeah, it's not too many, but yeah, I didn't mind some of this, some of the way this looked in terms of going for that comic book look. And then they're trying to run. There's another. So there's a lot of action in this first episode.
Yeah, Oliver says talking about Pearl. He did. Some of the dialogue mentioned that the character's name is Pearl.
Pearl. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. For Oliver, had that, brought that up in the chat.
And it's an alternate timeline. Brian Hepburn has read, not MCU. Yeah.
Oh,
not MCU. Okay.
So we'll see.
Another timeline.
Yeah, I get just
what has to
the
be
sauce
right
with all this stuff. Yeah, it's just.
It has to be right because it doesn't match the MCU. Yeah, so
doesn't matter with them.
True.
Just do what they want. But yeah,
some of his banter is good. His banter is good. They missed that in the first 3 movies. Really, he's got the banter going, which was good, and he's learning to be Spider-Man here, which I like. But yeah, it's they're missing the proto-gothic character. Yep, this is Phantom. Yep. But of course, kids these days, they made fun of the way way we dressed and looked. Yeah,
That's true. Every generation does it.
But the dyed, a lot of kids have dyed hair. I guess today. Yeah, I don't particularly like it. And my daughter went through that phase, and she was dyeing her hair crazy color. If you don't do it, I mean, it is harmless too. I mean, yeah, dye your hair, but
you don't dye it to match the dang locker color.
The locker, right? Yeah, yeah. I remember when I went to school, my parents said I couldn't wear jeans my first day in public school, going from Catholic school, and I put jeans in my school bag, went to my friend's house and changed into jeans and walked to the bus stop because I didn't want to be stuck.
You rebel.
I didn't want to be stuck.
Wow.
Going to school with Dockers or khakis or whatever back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, it would have been tacky to be there with khakis and
you
boat
wanted
shoes.
to be cool.
Well, everyone wears sneakers and jeans. And then finally I'm like, Mom, no one's wearing.
You put away the penny loafers and the khakis.
The penny loafers. Yep. Yeah, I'm like, I went to Catholic school for 12th grade, and you had to wear, a tie. You didn't have to wear a jacket, but you had to wear a tie and a button-down shirt, which was fine. But yeah,
my school was big into plaid. Did you have plaid in your?
Nope.
Yeah.
No plaid. Well, the girls' skirts were. Oh, the girls' skirts were plaid actually.
Yep.
Yep, in the Catholic school. Yep, they were plaid. Yep, yep.
I think they sold that crap across the country.
Yeah.
Phantom's
The
got a
uniform.
good question there for you, Mark. That's a pressurized air tanks that he's carrying around for the life gear?
Yeah, so it's I guess then eventually figures out to minimize it. Because when you think about it, how really, come on, Spider-Man's web shooters, I'm calling BS on them, right? I'm not calling on getting powers from being bent by radioactive spider. That's perfectly logical and reasonable. But how do the web shooters, shoot the webs that far with just that little thing? But yeah, so obviously then he upgrades the web shooters later. Or Norman Osborn, when he's working with Osborn, they figure it out. But so that one, I don't mind. But the web shooters never made sense to me. That angle is just wrong, Mark. Yeah, well, especially that slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
PG-13.
Phantom, yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah. We're gonna do more half pint and full pint. Yep. Go Ravens, go! So he wants to ask out that girl, but he ends up becoming pretty good friends with the quarterback on the team. So he's going to ask her. Well, sorry, Pete, someone beat you to it. Well, this is all fine and dandy, kids' high school stuff. But so there's the quarterback with the girl that he wants to ask out. So yeah, but he turns out to be a decent guy to Peter. I'm like, is this going to be their version of Flash Thompson, who's going to beat him up and be a jerk to him? And he actually befriends him, and he's kind of conflicted because they're actually too nice to Parker. Like, Parker's not ostracized, but this school is like a school for nerds, really smart people to get into the school that he's in now. So he's not in the standard high school. He's like in New York City, that famous school in Brooklyn where you have to try out for and get into. It was Brooklyn Academy of Science, I think. One of the really tough high schools to get into. So
arts and science, right?
Arts, arts and science. I'm trying to remember the name of the school. It was a famous, very famous school. Yep. So of course their science class. So the quarterback picks him as the lab partner. But he turns out to be, not just the jock. He actually knows science. So, which is interesting. Yeah.
He has blue hair too.
That's cornrows.
Yeah, but
a little blue tint. Yeah, a little blue
tint.
tint.
I think they all do.
Everyone's got blue.
Everybody
but
Peter.
Terrible.
Yeah, the guy in the back has blue hair. I'm sorry.
Does not look good. He just shave it off. Just shave it off.
Yeah. Oh, we got a request for nerds here. So you know when that happens.
Get those nerds! Nerds! What?
The volume on that one's really loud too.
Yeah, it's great.
It's loud. Yeah, get those nerds. Yeah. But so he turns out to be like a nice guy and well-rounded and smart. And you're like, he's not Flash Thompson, So not a jerk to Peter, which is, you think he'd be getting beaten up by all the jocks, but so far that hasn't happened.
But yeah, the struggle of Peter being a nerd or, being picked on was part of his growth. And now they took that away from him. So what makes him grow as a character? That would be interesting to find out.
Yeah, you don't want to have that, and you want to have that character arc. Yeah.
Correct.
So RJ Guzzo says Brooklyn Tech, and his grandfather went there. Yeah, so it's a very difficult school to get into. Yep, definitely. Yep. So you've got to try out. You got to take a test to get in there, and not easy. Yep. The other one is Stuyvesant High School in Brooklyn. That's another school that's really tough to get into, math and sciences. Yep. So it's great. Yeah, they have these public schools that are really renowned. Yep. Yeah, so I'll skip through this, but yeah, just the character design is it's like, don't flip them. Like, yeah, have a new character like this if you want to change have new characters. Fine. It's not least they didn't call this character Flash Thompson. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, a lot of blue. I'm noticing now with the clipping.
It's everywhere. It was
everywhere.
a discount sale.
Yeah. Of course, then they're looking at. I don't know why they're like one scene in here is like, why are they eyeing this kid? Like he's dressed up well. He's got the Rydell High jacket from Grease. I mean, and they're looking at him like
or Riverdale for Archie.
Yeah, they're looking at him like something's wrong. Like they're glaring at him there. Just So yeah, so he's going to a real bad neighborhood, and then the cop is staring him down. It's like he's a kid.
I don't
with
think
a backpack from
anybody
school.
likes
It's
his
like,
cornrows. I mean, he needs to rethink those.
so I don't, yeah. Why are they, profiling this kid?
It's a bad hairdo.
We won't get political, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's
Well,
stay away
it's
from that.
not attractive.
But his, his parents are actually football. Yeah, it looks like his dad played pro ball or was a ball player. Yep.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that I think that was part of the scenes where they were just throwing stuff into it, which was ridiculous. Where it's like, no, I don't think that would happen in the neighborhood. Yep.
Well, she's
Of
got
course.
blue hair too.
Yeah, everyone has blue hair. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just style.
boy.
Yep. And there we've got the famous, ASM 15 spider vigilante sightings on the rise at the Daily Bugle. Yep. So I kept trying to clip that. Yep. And then this was kind of a touching scene, I thought, here where Spider-Man catches somebody here, and it's a young girl. It's like, I just took the money. So he's telling the guy, like, I got your money back. Do you want to press charges? And the guy says, oh, no, just give her another chance, which was kind of interesting and kind of nice. Yep. I thought he was going to say, I'll give you a job. You can work here, because it said now hiring. I thought that's what they were going to do. Like, if you want to work for the money, everyone deserves a second chance,
That would have been a good storyline, but they didn't go that way.
No, I was waiting like, oh, he's going to hire. Like I remember there was just it's been on the web for a while, but there was a clip going around where a guy finds a stolen bike like in front of a store, and he starts yelling at the guy, and the guy's like, well, I bought it for $10. I needed to go to take it to go to work. Like, that's the only way I can get to work. I needed a bike. He's like, I'm sorry, I'll give it back. I didn't know it was stolen. And then it clicks in the guy's head. He's like, well, you can borrow like, he's really angry. And I don't know if it's a setup or true, or, sometimes you see these videos, but it was, he's like, okay, you can use the bike and we'll work out something. You can buy a bike, another bike for me, but I'm going to eventually need my bike back. So I thought they were going to go that route, or maybe they will do that in another one. Yep. And good night, Philip Story. Glad I was able to sit in for a bit. I'll finish in the replay. Thank you very much. And
yes, good night.
Labyrinth Times. Yep.
Night, night.
Yep. Good night, Philip. Yep. So then Spider-Man's happy because he gets a free pizza here on the house for Spider-Man.
Yay!
Yeah. So that was I did like that scene. I thought that scene was a nice touch. Yeah. So then the other ridiculous thing here too, that's in the I think it's the second episode. That's where I wanted to, spoiler alert if anyone cares. I didn't clip the second episode, but Norman Osborn goes to visit and invites Peter. He finds a DVD player, which is funny. Yep. Free pizza, free DVD player. It's the best day ever. Yep. No one plays DVDs anymore, I guess. But in the end of the second episode, he's working as an intern in Oscorp. And one of the things in the Spider-Man comics, whenever he goes to change out of his costume, the spider sense tingles, so he knows that someone's watching him, so he doesn't give up his secret identity. So, and he's working in Oscorp, and then he calls Peter to his office. Norman calls him to his office and says, so you're Spider-Man. And he's got a picture of him on camera. It's like, well, wait a minute. He would always, he would know that someone is watching him. And so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to his house to hire him. And, so this was, Norman going to h So I don't know if they're going to reveal like he thought he was Spider-Man maybe all along, or if he just found this out. But why would Norman Osborn go to Peter Parker's apartment?
It's almost like they swapped Iron Man for Osborn.
You're right. Yep. Yeah.
But they wouldn't know each other. They're not friends like that yet, right?
But they might have caught him on surveillance footage like Tony Stark caught Spidey, right?
Yeah.
So now Osborn is like swapped into this story. Seems like it.
Yeah, I'm
why
wondering
would he come over? There's
Yeah,
no
I'm
reason
wondering
for
about
him
that.
to. Unless Dr.
Or you would
Strange told him.
you would invite him. You would invite Peter Parker. You'd send a letter, like you call and say, "Hey, meet us at Oscorp. You know, we'd like to. You know, we have an internship program." You're not going to have Bill Gates showing up at your apartment to offer you an internship at a
Definitely a ripoff from the movie, though.
Yeah, but unless there's some other motive going on here, you know, which you don't know about. But he figures out there's only 2 episodes out, so the second episode, he figures out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, which is, I mean, he eventually figures out in the comics, obviously, but.
Or maybe his son told him, "Hey, there's this kid," or I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll find out. But yeah, of course, they added a couple of lines to Aunt May here to make her kind of look older. It's like, no, Aunt May looks too good. She's too
She
young
needs
yet.
to have a Tulsi Gabbard white streak in her hair.
Something,
to show
yeah.
age.
Make her look older. Yep.
Yeah.
Hello, Peter. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, that's where the episode, you know, basically it ends there. So.
Well, I can see where Harry got his hairstyle choice from.
Right, and actually, that's the hair they have in the comics.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. If you read the original comics, that's
Like
Norman Osborn does have that same. Yeah, if you look, well, here I'll show a picture of Norman Osborn from the comics. Yep. Let's see. They're going to show. Let's see, comics. Yep. Here's Norman Osborn in the comics.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Well, here's the original. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so Harry.
The classic. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. That's how. Yeah. Good. Yep. There he is. Yep. That's the original. Yep.
Wearing a green suit.
Yep. Well, Green Goblin. Yep.
Yep.
Doctor Strange looked really cool in this. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Like a Errol Flynn kind of look to him.
Yeah. Hey, Lemon Pie's here. How's it going, Lemon Pie?
Hey, Lemon Pie.
Who
I had
doesn't
chocolate
like
pie.
pie?
I had chocolate cake tonight, lemon pie, for my wife's
No
birthday.
pie for you.
No pie for you. Yeah, my mom was like, she's like, I'm gonna make apple pie. I'm like, you can't make apple pie for someone's birthday. It's got to be a cake, right? So you can fit the candles.
True.
in, right?
It's got to be
Right.
cake.
You get a cake, right? Yeah. I wonder who they thank in this. Do they thank? They probably just thank Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. I think. Yeah. This is my guess here. Yeah. Yeah. So the kid who did Peter Parker's voices, Hudson Thames, did a great job. I thought the voice acting was really good. He did sound like Tom Holland a little bit. I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Oh, symbiotic alien. Oh, that. Oh, so I wonder if it's gonna be tied to Venom. So this is symbiotic alien. That could be interesting. Yep. Yeah. So. Yep. So there's no Mary Jane, although Aunt May looks like Mary Jane. Yeah. Which is nuts. Yeah. Based on the Marvel comics, this flew by, so I was trying to see if they. Nice job with the logo, which you can't screw up. Yep. I wonder if they thank. Let's see who they thank in this one. Yep.
Ooh, Eric K. He's moving into eatery territory.
Ooh, yeah, we could do a little bit of eatery. Yep.
Eatery.
Eatery. Yep. Not a lot, but we could do some. Yep. Let's see. Oh, I was just trying to see if
Now
they
I
thank.
want creme brulee though, man.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yep. Dude,
like
who
some
do they
creme brulee.
thank? Let's see. I'll get to the. Let's see if I got it all here. Yep.
Special thanks to the MCU because we ripped off most of the material from you.
Let's see here. Legal. Spider-Man created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. Special thanks to Adrian Alfani, Jerry Conway, Greg Pak, Alex Savu, Brian Vaughn, Len Francis Hughes. So those are all artists and writers on Spidey Man. So I guess they're probably taking some of the newer stories. Some of those are newer artists. It looks like Jerry Conway is probably the oldest artist on there. Yep. Interesting. Yep. So I'm guessing most people have been panning this on the interwebs, I think. But hey, Matthew Pounder is here. Yep. And the Marcus group says, Ginger said, oh, hell yes, I'm tired of it. Leave my gingers alone. Yeah, especially since I'm married to one. So, yep. All right. Well, let's do some eatery. Let me call up. I don't have a ton of eatery because it was just we went out for sushi.
That's good.
That's good, right? Yep. But sea bugs, right? Yep. So
what kind of sushi is your favorite?
Oh, I like it all. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shrimp tempura.
But I do like. Actually, I do like eel.
Unagi.
I do too. Isn't that gross?
Which is cooked though. It's cooked.
I know it is. Can you imagine?
Right.
I can't imagine I'm eating.
I can do the tuna.
It's so good.
Raw, straight up tuna. The unagi's good though too. Eel. Yeah.
All right, so let's call up some eatery here. So now, but before we do that, we've got to take the overlay off and let us put up. We've got Marc's Eatery, so thank you to Gragnar for doing that.
Yeah,
awesome, Gragnar, and of course, Clobbering Times did this one for me. So we've got the Sunday Night Eatery. So go head for your kitchen and run right back.
Get a snack.
Hey, Tom is still there. Awesome, Tom. And again, thank you for the raid. We got a lot of people still hanging out here with us, which was a lot of fun. So thank you, Tom. So this is Clobbering Times did the eatery. So let me put Marc's Eatery up there. So this was a while ago. This was let me get to my. There we go.
Did you eat your mint?
That was a dessert. Yeah, I did eat the mint. Yeah, it's always good. Now sometimes the food doesn't look so good when you take a picture, but this was like that was my wife's risotto and chicken. This is I only have a couple pictures, so I'm going back in time. There's my chicken parm.
Yeah,
that was good. Yep. That was yummy. Yep. Gotta love chicken parm. And that's chicken piccata. Veal piccata, I think. Yep. But now I'm getting hungry again. Damn it.
I know it, man. You know, you always get me on this. Dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
thank
Tom.
You, yeah. And thank you for the invite earlier. But I was at Grandma's house, my wife's birthday. But thank you, Tom. And I'm 3D printing something very cool for Tom, but it's a secret. I can't say.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
No, we didn't see it. That's not Daredevil, but something cool for Tom.
A secret.
But it doesn't have anything to do with turtles because Tom doesn't like turtles. So.
Oh, probably not.
He doesn't like turtles. Yeah. He doesn't like turtles.
Hates them, I heard.
Or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
So nothing to do with turtles. Yep. So here we go. So here's let's get to the sushi. Oh, I think that was a salad. That was a salad with tuna. Yep.
Oh, okay.
We got some wings here that were good. Yeah, see, some of these pictures are too close. They probably don't. But some wings. These are like you're a gardener, Lisa, right? So this was spicy cauliflower.
Cauliflower, sure.
Yeah, it was good. It's actually like vegetarian.
Better than usual for eating a vegetable.
Right? It was spicy hot though. Oh, it was good though. Yep. It's not super. It's like I think it's deep fried anyway, so it can't be that good.
Man.
No.
Wow.
So this was my my hamburger from a few weeks ago. I love it when they have the onion rings on it.
Haystack onion
Bacon.
strings.
Yeah, those haystack
Yeah.
onion strings and bacon and jalapenos. And I went healthy. I went with the sweet potato fries here.
Good for you.
Right.
That's a heart healthy.
Right? Sweet potato fries. Yep.
Yes.
There's nothing like a good burger like that with, the juicy burger. Oh, man. I could eat that right now.
Good,
yeah.
dude.
I see that bacon hanging out there too.
Yeah, bacon. Oh, bacon.
Jalapeno. Wow.
Can't do the jalapeno, but man, it still looks good.
Well, if anyone, we've got some new folks here tonight. So yeah, this is my famous bacon wrapped meatballs. So what's not to like about that? You've seen that.
I am envious of
I'm
how
out. I gotta go get something.
Those turned out so good.
I could eat 50 of those.
Yeah, I was really popular whenever I brought those to a football tailgate.
You can never make enough of those, man.
And then the linemen always want. And then the coach is like, "Guys, Mark's Mr. D has bacon wrapped meatballs tonight. If you win the game, eat as many as you want. You get some." Yep. So so let's see here, but Infinity likes those. Yep. Yeah, those were yummy. Yep. So here, so that was a damn good burger. All right, so this was last night. We had some fancy dancy drinks here. That was like a pineapple alcoholic concoction. So that was what was in that? Let me see if I think I have what was listed in there. Yep. So that one was, what was that? That one was Pineapple Express, which I was laughing. It was white rum, charred pineapple, lemon sherry, and Parmesan. And my wife got a Holy Moly, which was mezcal, clarified grapefruit, and some other stuff in there. Yeah. So
what are you supposed to do with the clipped on fruit? Are you supposed to?
I ate that sucker. I put that in. I did eat it. Yeah. So I added it to. Like I put it in the drink. So I don't know if you're supposed to do that. I don't know if the people next to me were looking like, "What the heck is wrong with you? Why are you supposed to eat this?" But
yeah, they didn't come with directions, and they didn't tell you what to do.
Didn't come with
with
directions.
it.
Yeah, didn't come with directions. Yeah.
I like the idea. I mean, but maybe with a fresh lime or.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good. But yeah, and I'm a one drink person right now. I can't have more than one.
You're a lightweight.
I'm a total lightweight. As heavy as I am, a freaking lightweight. Yep, that's bad. Yep. So this was like plantains, and this was pineapple sriracha with like all kinds of cucumbers and onions and a cute little flour in there. It was actually really good.
Did you eat the pansy?
I did not. Can you eat that?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't eat that. I wasted it. I don't know. I didn't. I'm like, do I eat the flour or is it poisonous? I don't know.
No, it shouldn't be. It should be fine.
It shouldn't be. Okay,
if it's poisonous, they can't put it on there.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. And then this was shrimp and chicken, like with a wrap. You do the lettuce wrap.
Right.
So you pretend to be healthy.
No carb.
Low carb. Yep. Oh,
yeah.
I didn't get a very good picture of that. That picture is blurry, but and this was king crab. It was this king crab, piece of king crab sushi. Yeah, they do a nice presentation here. Yeah, it wasn't a cheap, wasn't gas station sushi. Of course, your wife's birthday, you're gonna, go a little over the top. Yeah. So that was yummy.
Did you eat your wasabi?
Oh, I love the wasabi. Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
It makes me cry. It's just too strong
cry,
for me. Yeah, too strong.
I don't like the hot stuff. It was sushi. I like wasabi. Man, get that nose burning, man. Just a little bit.
Even the ginger is too spicy for me.
Yeah. But here, so this had this was like the really fancy rolls. This had lobster on top, and that had seared tuna on top. Those were really, really good. And I wasn't sure we're gonna have enough food, but it ended up being enough. I had soup, I had miso soup, and it ended up being enough food, so which was good. So
isn't it amazing? Like after you eat rice, like an hour or two later, it's like expanded.
Yeah.
And then at 3 hours, it's like completely gone and you're hungry again.
You're hungry again, right? Yeah, yeah. In fairness, if they put flour in the food, it should be edibles. They wouldn't want to poison the customers, unless, of course, they want to do that. Yeah. And then these were like little mini. They called them tacos, but it's really seaweed wrap with the Sam. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, really good presentation. It's a bummer. Yeah, these pictures came out blurry. Come on, camera. The pictures are blurry there. That's too bad. The sushi.
They look good.
They look good. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was
do.
good eats. Yeah. Not cooked, but yeah, Clobberin Towns would be going hungry. Of course, they did have some regular like General Tso's chicken and stuff like that. Yep, and some really good tea to end the evening.
Nice.
Grand Jasmine Imperial, organic green tea. Yep. And then I think, did I have that picture? Where's the picture of the dessert? Let me see if the dessert is here. Oh, I got to refresh it. I added the dessert picture. Here we go. Got to go with the dessert. I mean, that's the most important thing of the whole.
For a birthday, heck yeah.
Yeah, and of course they came out and sang happy birthday. And then woman 2 tables over is her birthday too. So like 2 minutes before they sang happy birthday and like, happy birthday. It's her birthday too. So this is tempura ice cream. I love deep fried ice cream. You guys like deep fried ice cream? Lisa does it. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, dude, I'd tear that up. My stomach wouldn't like it, though. The lactose.
When I made fried ice cream, it was cereal coated around a ball of ice cream.
Yeah.
And then it's not really fried. I don't know. Maybe I got a bad recipe. I think you popped it in the microwave for 2 seconds, but
yeah. So this is I don't know. I guess
which is quicker fry.
Yeah, I guess they do the batter, and I guess I've never tried it at home, but and Brian says it's not birthday dinner without the Texas Roadhouse saddle chair. So
I've never been there, so Texas Roadhouse.
Huh. That's where Patrick Swayze works, yeah, in the Roadhouse, yep.
Roadhouse.
Watch everyone's boots.
Familiar with Texas, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the real chain. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I'm joking. Yeah, but this was good, and my better half didn't eat too much of it. Wes, I got most of it, which is even better.
Ooh, even better.
Even better. It's like, I'm stuffed. I'm like, oh, that's horrible. I'll have to finish that for you.
I'll help you eat it.
Share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that was a good dessert. I just love that deep fried ice. Yeah, something about it. There was a place called in town used to out of business years ago, Oliver's, and they did the blooming onion, and then you get the deep fried ice. Or they called it deep fried ice cream there. This is tempura ice. Yeah, but damn, that was going to give you a ton of it. It was really good. Yeah. So that's our eatery segment. Yeah. So I hope everyone is sufficiently hungry.
Good for her.
She did, yeah. And she puts up with me. God bless her. Yep. Yep. Oh,
well, at least until you buy that Tommy Star Trek Enterprise.
And they said, "Oh, Lisa, they make the birthday person sit in a saddle while singing happy birthday to them." Oh, I would have been in big trouble for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, no way. Yeah. Unless it's 50% off my bill, then I'd do it.
Yeah. Right. And Oliver says, yeah, when I eat Japanese food, I drink green tea, then I have 2 scoops of matcha green ice cream. Yeah, that would be good too. Oh. Yeah. So we did get the green. Organic green tea with jasmine. It was good stuff. Just quality tea. You can just tell. It's like something about it was really, really good. Yeah.
Green tea is good for you too.
Good miso soup. Oh man, it's nice when you drink that or you sip it through the spoon.
Yeah,
so good.
Good stuff. Yep. All right. Well, I think we'll cover the Captain America. We'll save Captain America for next week. I think we'll do that because then
we're
we'll
over
save
3.
something to. Yeah, we're over 3, so it's 1:30. Got late early, as I love to say. But let me always thank my members who help keep this channel on the air. Much appreciated. So let me call out my channel members here. So let me get to that. Let me see my members here. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Let me go from. So we've got Professor R2 who joined last week. Thank you for Professor R2. And I know we went out to bed, but hail to R2. Thank you very much. RobAltis, DJ Ronnie G, Christian Delorme, Dave C, Shooter, Eric K. Thank you, Eric K. Much appreciated. Andrew Derivative Jill, JT Kirk, and Brian Hepburn. Oh, and I got to scroll down. I think what's this screen doing here? Philip Story. No, the screen's not working. It keeps popping down. 70s rock fan, Admiral Teague, Stark of Iron, Metalorian, Nick Weiser, Dadman, RRTNZ, Max Redstone, Wes Cagle, and of course Dave C. Thank you, Dave. And Shooter. There we go. I don't know why my screen keeps flipping around as I'm trying to read the list. It's like, what's it doing? Don't do that.
You've been roboing a little bit, and then there was like a delay for a second.
Oh, there's just now or
just throughout the night. So
yeah, you know what? I had my VPN on. Unfortunately, I turned it off. So maybe my connection was so I apologize for that. I thought I had turned it off, and then because if you try to go through, that probably was if you try to go through the VPN, it messes. Yeah, well, because it goes through, it's hopping through another another spot there, so it slows it way down. Yep. So I apologize for that. It's a boomer. You know, usually Lisa tells me like my volume's off. You know, your mic is off. The screen is off. Yeah,
I try to help.
Yeah.
Your stream time is wrong. You have AM instead of PM. Just try to help.
Try to help.
Good night, Oliver.
Good night, everyone. Yep. So thank you. Of course, thank you to Maddie's daddy for popping in. Much appreciated. And of course, thank you to Dave for hanging out with me tonight, putting up with my antics.
Sure, love it, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for inviting me on.
Yeah, this was awesome having you, Lisa. You have to come back. What do you think in the chat? Should Lisa come back? The Sunday Night Geekery?
Yay!
What do you think? We've got a woman's
Did you like my joke from earlier when I was like, "Give me 10 minutes. I need a shower in order to come on your stream."
Yeah, I saw that. We'll clean up our act, right? Yep.
I would love to come back and maybe talk about something other than half pints, full pint that went to no pint.
Right? We could have a pint of ice cream, right?
Her jugs went empty.
We'll talk about Jughead. We'll talk about Jughead.
Oh, there you go.
From the comics, yeah. But I think everyone.
Thank you for having me.
Everyone would love to have Lisa back here. Yep. But thank you, of course, to Phantom, Brian Hepburn. Let's see. Lemon Pie is here. Affinity, Tom, thank you for the raid. Let's see who else is in the chat. Not going to grab everyone, but I think on the Marcus group. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for super chat. So thank you to the Marcus group, and thank you to Magnificent Seven for subbing. There's one other new sub tonight too, which is awesome. So thank you for the subs, and of course Eric K. Yeah, we got to get you on air too when you feel up to it. I know you got a bad cough going, but yeah, we'd love to have you anytime. And Eric K has the link. He's everywhere. But yeah, we really appreciate Eric being here and wrenching for us. And Phantom, Philip Story. Thank you for hanging out with us, Philip Story. Classic Comics was here. Geek and I was also here. Red Shirt and Stream Element Spot. Thank you, Stream Element Spot. And I can't go back further because that's when I reset my VPN. And Tom again. Yeah, thank you, Tom. Lemon Pie. Yep. I hope I didn't miss anyone. RJ Godzilla was here. Jonathan Conroy, of course. Yep. And he says, "Good night, everyone. Great stream as usual." Well, God bless you and thank you. Thank you for that because you always hope you. I mean, it's just fun hanging out with everybody. You hope everyone's entertained. So I think everyone was entertained. So thank you so much, Jonathan, for saying that. Well, let's get this banner off there. No more eatery. So everyone go to their kitchens, go get some food.
Go get a snack.
Get a snack. Yep. Oh, and there won't be late night Fortnite. We're going out again for my wife's birthday. So Friday, I won't be able to do Fortnite probably, unfortunately.
Well, as long as it's for the missus, it's okay. For any other reason, not going to have it.
Not gonna have it, right? Yeah. But I will be back for Sunday Night Geekery. So we will be back next week. But
yeah.
Unless I bring my Nintendo Switch into the, we're gonna go see.
No way.
Bring the Switch into the
no,
play. And
she deserves better. Stop it.
Stop it. Right. Yeah. And during the week, I'm gonna try to do. Maybe I'll try to do it tomorrow. See how time I have. Do a members stream. I want to show off not show off, but show you guys my workshop and how I make things in the 3D printers, and got some stuff to unbox from Sean Estep that he sent too. I want to make sure
Sean
properly.
Is so
Thank
cool
Sean.
with sending stuff. I've noticed he sends a lot to many people.
He's awesome.
So
Yep.
cool. Yeah.
I wanted to show that stuff and a couple other cool items that I got. But again, thanks for everyone for hanging out with us and spending part of your Sunday night. I mean, you could be watching TV, you could be watching, that new reboot of Matlock, or
Section 31.
Section 31. You could have been watching The Equalizer.
That. Oh yeah,
the new Equalizer reboot.
God.
So thank you everyone for
watch
being
paint
here.
dry.
Yeah. So everyone have a great, safe week, and we'll catch you on the next Sunday Night Geekery. And wait, we got to play a few clips when we go out. So let's play Clobber. Oh, we'll play this for Thor again. We got to hit up Dad Man again.
Where'd they go?
Right there.
Oh, screw you!
Inconceivable. 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 You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Jake, if I never see another clan,
It'll be too soon.
He plays with toys,
It's a model.
with little figures.
Brain and brain, what is brain?
This evening I shall go for the squid platter. Ew. With extra tentacles, please.
There's only one thing I want to say to you, Commodore.
You're a dumbass.
Would you like some toast? Some nice hot crisp brown buttered toast.
Get to the chopper!
Superman.
You're a lion, dog, face, pony soldier.
All right. Well,
Superman.
That was too much fun. Well, thank you for indulging. Yeah, thank you, Lemon Pie. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, everyone, again. All right, now we're really getting out of here. All right, take care, everyone.
Bye.
Night.
Bye. Have fun storming the castle.
Superman.
And the damn outro.
Storming the castle. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.